7 years ago.
I launched Liam's career from there. That's where it all started. You know what I did 12 hours after I got expelled?
What?
I got on a plane and I went to So like I'm lucky that it was a blood, like if it was an inch lower, I would not have teeth.
It was hard. The first like 4 years of LA was just dealing with my.
Well, I thought he was charged with like.
No, dude, the craziest thing about the guy who killed my dad.
Speaking about like 45-year-old women bullshit, we dude, we were talking about Christmas, about where we were or whatever, and like 2 years ago, me and Andy were in Brunswick by chance. We were going to someone's like house party.
Chance.
But like he was in town from like he used to live down south in Ohio, and then I was home from the Marine Corps. You know what I mean? Like one of those. Like we were both home, but we had no like we wanted to go like Christmas at 6 p.m. Who's doing anything? You know, no one's doing anything.
No, not at all.
So then we were in Brunswick too. The only bar in all of Brunswick that was open. Guess what it was?
Christie's?
Yes.
Oh,
so we went to Christie's on Christmas Day, which is not fucking ideal.
No.
To begin with. They had $2 Miller Lights, so we're like, yeah, we're good. But we were waiting for a Christmas party to start. You're going to like, if you're familiar.
Sounds familiar.
You probably know her sister.
Oh, but, kind of. I wasn't really popular enough to know that.
You're a loser. And, dude, so we were, we were talking about, I'll get into this too. Talking about like girls, or not girls, workers. Begging,
sex workers?
No, any worker, like begging for tips around holidays.
Oh.
And this girl, me and Andy were in there. We literally were only there to drink. Like, we didn't give a fuck about. We were sitting alone just in the corner, like, we're like $2 Millers. We had to burn like an hour before we could go to the party or whatever.
Yeah.
This girl comes up to us, and she's like, she's just like, can you guys please buy a dance for me? And we're like, and then before we can even respond, she goes, I've had 7 miscarriages and I have 5 kids. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, how? And she's like, I'm 24. I'm like, oh.
7 miscarriages at 24.
And I'm like, holy shit. But she had like 5 kids too. Like born.
She was popping them out by like 14.
Yeah. And then we're like, no. She goes, please just buy a dance. She's like, she goes, I can't buy them Christmas presents. It was Christmas Day already. It was literally Christmas.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh, Christmas is past. Like, you know, the kids are already down bad. Who cares?
Who cares?
Andy being, you know, the guy, yes. We get her down to like $5. And then she turns around to sit in me or Andy's lap. She has the, you know, Dance Dance Revolution. Like the arrows.
Yeah, like step first, right.
Tramp stamped. The arrows. Up, down, left, right. Across her fucking tramp stamp of it, dude. And then she's like sitting in Andy's lap and we both see it. We're like, as she's begging for like Andy's giving her like, me or Andy, one of the two. We're giving her like $5. And we have like an extra single on the side. And she's like, oh, please. Like literally begging for an extra $1 with a DDR tramp stamp. Talking about her, she could have 12 kids, I guess, technically.
That's insane. Perfect way to start the episode. Welcome back to the Lunchbox. Today we have a very special guest, Brandon Davies. We grew up literally right next door to each other. We went to the same high school, Brunswick, Ohio. Next door neighbor. I don't know if that's a term everywhere else in the world, but the house right next to me. We grew up since we were like, I don't know, like 5 or something.
I moved in first grade.
First grade,
so
and then I was kindergarten, I guess.
He's 1 under me.
Yeah, I was 1 under him. He's a military Marine veteran.
Military Marine.
How would you say that? A Marine veteran, right?
I'm a Marine veteran.
Marine veteran. What was it? The other one that you are? What do you do now?
I'm an investment banker.
Investment banker, Marine veteran. And what was your like rank in the military? Is there any...
I was a terminal lance, as the term called, but did 2 deployments. All over with the boys.
All over with the boys. And
We'll get into that.
We'll definitely get into the Marine stuff. And as you can tell, he's got a bunch of crazy stories.
Yeah.
DDR. That's nuts, actually. That's one of the craziest things I've heard.
If Andy's going to walk in the middle of this and he's going to immediately remember and be like, fuck.
Wait, is Andy out right now?
Yeah, he's at someone's house hanging out.
Nobody's home?
No.
Oh, I thought they were like upstairs, like hiding away from the podcast because they don't want to be on or something.
He'll be home.
Okay. We got some happy dads supporting the boys. I
Very
guess
nelk.
Very nelk of us. And I don't know if you know Brunswick, Ohio, but Ohio is famous for many things. And the thing Brunswick is famous for is for Brandon Davies' homecoming date. Alyssa Violet, Jake Paul's ex-girlfriend.
And then my roommate, Andy, went to prom with her. Senior year, went to prom with Alyssa. I went with her homecoming freshman year. Still good friends. So
Still good friends.
if you need the plug, let me know. We can do that.
Yeah, that would be great. If we do an interview, if I do an interview with Alyssa, we should do it like.
Text her right now.
That'd be wild. That'd be crazy. But speaking of happy dads, it is around Christmas time. So I did get you a present.
Look at this rapping job. You might be retarded.
And I thought it was something that you would like.
You just taped across the front.
I just wrapped it and I taped across with Scotch tape.
I've been looking. I've honestly been thinking about buying one of these.
Yeah. Now you don't have to buy it and use your own
Look
money.
at this. Oh yeah.
It says full send on the side too.
Yep. We're wearing that for the cast. Oh yeah. Kyle, Tiny, let me know if you need anyone out at the club. I can do that.
That would be nuts.
Actually, speaking of them, one of my friends from Cleveland, his name's big real estate guy, a lot of money. He was at a club in Miami. He was at Live in Miami. At the table, there's two big sections at Live. He was at one, and then was at the other one. Was at the section next to him.
Lives down there, I think.
And got, you know how the bottle girls bring the things that like say all the bullshit.
Yeah.
You can tell him like what to write across it. He put "will do it too," and was going bottle for bottle against. So funny.
Crazy.
Just across. Originally, he was mad. He looked and all of these signs just said "will do it too."
Do they know each other?
No.
No, he was just fucking with him, kind
No,
of.
fucking.
Okay. I don't see much anymore. I don't know him, but I don't see him much. Yeah, he's banned on everything because he was like chugging bottles of vodka and like.
I think a lot of it was.
He supports Trump a lot, right? And people don't like that.
I don't know if it was Trump. I think it was the gambling content on YouTube before.
Really?
I think he got banned because of that.
Okay.
Originally.
I had no idea.
But then he's not allowed in any. Pretty sure he's still not allowed in any nelk or full send videos.
He's not allowed in.
If they post him on their actual YouTube channel, they get banned. They have one ban left. The actual like nelk podcast or nelk YouTube has like one review left. I
had no idea.
And if they can't, that's why he's not in any videos.
I had no idea at all. That's wild.
Yeah,
I didn't know what was doing. I know he has Rumble is his, right? Isn't it? I think Rumble's his platform, is it not?
He might be a kick. I don't know. He's probably on he's a gambler.
But yeah, damn, you're invested into nelk. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like Happy Dad that's so nelk, but you actually like nelk.
Yeah.
But
I like the guy. Did you see the video with this week?
No. Oh, I saw that they did Zins with him. Speaking of Zins, you got Zins.
They
I just beat that addiction.
No, they so they've done like 2 or 3 podcasts now with and they did they flew him in. They made a Zin container the size of a fucking car.
That's nuts.
And they brought him to the middle of a field down in Florida, and they're like, "Oh, here's your Christmas gift." And he opened it up, and it was just a bag of Zins, and he was laughing. And then you just hear a helicopter coming in, and it's under the helicopter is this Zinn container that's I think it's like 18 feet wide, just hanging on the bottom of the helicopter, and they gave it to him.
Well, they were. I saw a
he
clip.
was putting it in his backyard.
That's dude like Zins. I saw a clip of him, and he was doing a Zinn, and they called him cup. And I was like, that's sick.
Do you like the?
Dude,
I think one of my favorite talks I watch are the Zinn like nicknames.
I haven't seen that, no.
Oh,
dude,
like so like Zinnachino, things like that.
Yeah, Zinnachino.
My favorite one I've heard, I forget who I follow. One of the guys. Osama Bin Laden. I love that one. Or Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I don't know that one.
Oh, she's the Supreme Court justice that died.
Oh, okay.
You should know her.
Osama Bin Laden is hilarious.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. If you know who it is and you hear that reference, that's brutal. She's
wild.
super like a liberal judge. That kind of.
Yeah, she wouldn't like that at all.
Yeah. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
But no.
Could you imagine that's your legacy?
Are you?
You get named after a nicotine pouch. After Supreme Court 40 years, you get remembered for being a nicotine pouch.
I guarantee there's people that actually know that phrase over knowing her.
Oh yeah.
Because now I do. I don't know who it is really.
No, it's that classic clip of Trump. He got off Marine One going in the White House, and they told him, like, the press come up, and they told him, they're like, "Oh, Mr. Trump, how's your feelings on RBG is her thing?"
Okay, no, I know RBG then. Okay,
I was like, she passed away this evening.
Yeah.
And that's his famous clip. He goes, "Whoa," he goes, "She was an amazing woman." Oh, the clip is brutal.
That's crazy.
I don't even know if he even knew who she was.
No, he might have not. He might have just not know how to respond to that.
Absolutely no. He just goes.
If someone came up to me and just said like this person died, I'd be like.
He goes, "I'm hearing this. It's the clip. It's probably a TikTok sound." He goes, "I'm hearing this for the first time. It's that sound." I'm hearing this for the first time.
Do you go on TikTok, or are you like Reels or YouTube?
Reels, I will, if I get in the rabbit hole Reels.
Dude, I'm stuck.
It's because I'm on like Coke Talk or something.
Coke Talk?
Yeah.
Like Coke?
Yeah. Like Coke Reels. And then so then that rabbit hole is just fucked. Like those are bad. And because IG, I think, IG, what's it called? They like, not edit, they, what are they called?
They program it, right? To like open up.
No, they allow a lot more stuff than TikTok.
Now they do because they're in competition with X, and
Yes.
X allows everything.
So Instagram allows a lot more.
Yeah.
To where if I'm watching some of those, I'm like, wow, that guy got shot in the head.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas TikTok, you don't see
Right.
that. No, I sit on. You can probably look at my fucking screen time. My screen time is probably
Dude,
4 hours a day on TikTok.
Mine's more than 4 hours.
No, just on TikTok. No,
I'm
on
zero
TikTok.
I don't do much TikTok. Mine's like zero TikTok. Maybe like 5
Right now, what do
hours
you think
Instagram.
my weekly screen time is?
On everything?
Yeah.
Weekly screen time. Damn, are you on it that much?
Dude.
I'm on screen time. I'm going to look at mine, actually. Also, let's be clear. Coke is a rabbit hole. You're talking about Coke TikTok being a rabbit hole, but Coke itself is the rabbit hole.
What do you think my screen time is? My average weekly. I'm down 12% for the week, which is good for me.
Your weekly average or daily?
My daily average for the week.
Mine's embarrassing.
How much?
11
You're a fucking
hours
loser.
in 5 minutes.
Mine's 9.
It's 9 hours.
But it's down 12 hours, so the math on that is,
Mine's up 24%.
what, an extra hour and 15 minutes?
Mine's up 24% this.
But I think
I was on it 7 hours today. That's not that
Whoa. 11 minutes on Fapello.
bad. Fap. That's all it took. 11 minutes on Fapello. Just a quick 11 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, my mom can't watch this. This is rough, dude. She already Snapchatted me and said, "Oh, you're fine." Mom, don't watch. I should have said that prior.
Yeah, and now she's going to watch until this point and not watch any further.
Coke Talk and Fapello.
Yeah. That's wild. Dude, one of my earliest memories is actually at your house. I would come to your house before the bus stop. and I'd go to your place and we'd eat s'mores cereal in the little like nook in your living room. And I was wondering, since we grew up next to each other, do you have any like what was it like growing up next to me stories?
I was gonna say the number one memory I remember. This is the first memory I think I have of you. For the record, I don't know if anyone knows, me and Liam grew up neighbors right next to each other.
Yeah.
Like our
Like
houses
10
touch
steps
each
apart.
other. All of his weird ranch videos are in my backyard.
Yeah.
I would assume it's first grade. Probably first grade.
You were in first, I was in kindergarten probably then.
I was a big Lego guy. I had a Lego setup upstairs. Liam, his whole family came over. Liam was playing Legos with me, and he fucked up I had a Star Wars thing set up, and Liam fucked it up. This is the first, it's the only, one of the only childhood memories I have of Liam. I had like a square Lego thing set up of Star Wars guys. He fucked it up, man.
How did I fuck it up?
You just fucking like kicked it and just said you weren't into it.
I was like I think I was like kind of destructive with Legos.
You're also 5.
I was also 5, but also I vaguely remember your room,
Yeah.
and it's like your room was facing my house. You could see my house from your window.
One of my side windows, yeah.
But I don't remember the Lego thing, but
You also fucked up. I had like a model, not a model airplane, like not like something I built. Like I had like a United like plane or something, and I remember you did something to it.
I just like
I
fucked with your
remember
stuff.
I was like 7, crying because you did something to my plane.
There was a lot of crying.
No, you were. Oh, I almost said. You were a fucking asshole. I hated you. I hated you.
No, but actually I think there was a lot of that. Now thinking back, I have this weird feeling of how I felt then. I'm like, whoa, I just like, when I think of like my childhood with you, I think of like Wet Willie and like the Flame Guy. Like, cause you got into
World
skateboarding
Industries.
and stuff.
World
Industries or whatever. But no, I remember like kind of fucking with shit.
No, do
like,
you remember
fucking up your stuff for sure was definitely part of
Well, no, you were retarded, but
I definitely
no, do you remember the only other memory I have, I guess, I remember a lot of stuff, but like specific things.
Uh-huh.
See if you remember this one. In your driveway, we were older. I wasn't at Padua yet. Hockey in your driveway. Do you remember?
Oh my gosh, I remember.
Do you remember my face? Oh. Slap shot. You guys put me in the goal and slap shot me?
Yep.
Do you remember how much I bled?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I had a bloody nose. Hit a fucking full-on hockey puck, slap shot it in the driveway, and fucked my shit up. Honestly, no, like, I'm lucky that it was a blood. Like, if it was an inch lower, I would not have teeth. I would not have front teeth.
And
I had a white shirt on.
fake.
I had my favorite white independent truck skateboarding company t-shirt on. I remember it. White shirt, blue collar, favorite shirt ever. Covered in blood. I think my dad held my fucking head back for 45 minutes. I was bleeding for 45 minutes.
That's crazy.
You don't remember
I need to remember that shirt. White truck, blue collar, independent t-shirt. I need to remember that.
It's white. It says independent and then a blue collar. Dude.
But I do remember that. And I do remember you chasing your brother around the yard with like a skateboard or a baseball bat or something because he was being an asshole to you. I remember my brother was always an asshole. I remember skateboarding off the ramp with Joe. You remember down the street what I did?
You're the son of the devil. Dude, this dude, fucking, he's never going to see this. No. Fucking loser down the street. Some weird, he was homeschooled his whole life. Somehow moved into our neighborhood, came down to hang out with me and Liam. Bad choice to begin with. And he did something weird. I mean, what did he do to cause it?
I have no idea what he did, but I know he was like just was not. He was just being a stick in the mud and just like not having fun with us. He was being the kid from Polar Express. That's
stick
always
in the mud is probably the nicest term I've ever referred to him as. But Liam pulled a flintlock musket from 1768 and pointed it at this kid. This thing probably hasn't fired since the American Revolution. I don't even know why they had this gun to begin with. It had like feathers on it. I don't even know. Like it was you're loading it down. Oh, this shit. And the kid screamed, crying, running home. Fair enough. Got a gun pointed at him.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We were in 6th grade.
Yeah.
We were literally 11 pointing a gun at a kid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In the suburbs.
In the suburbs, yeah. Life was hard.
And the kid's mom came down to the house like an hour later and was just staying at the driveway because we were abusing this woman from we were yelling at her, calling her a loser.
Literally.
And she was yelling at us and just goes, Liam, you're the devil's son, and just started crying and just walked back down the street. Could you imagine? Dude, if my mom was doing that, oh.
But also, like, I can't believe I did that. Thinking about, it's a vague memory, but I do remember, it was like my grandfather's.
I'm curious, I can't remember what he did that we did.
I don't remember. We were playing basketball.
It was probably
a
joke, though. It was probably a joke.
Probably. It was probably a joke because, like, we just didn't like him, really. But, like, we had to get along with him or something. Because he's a kid on the street. I don't know. It's like, go play with the neighbor's kid.
They still live. What a title to get called.
Right? Like, go play with the kid down the street. Then the kid down the street.
Down the street is that kid. Oh.
Yeah, he was... Dude, I ran into him one time, like, a decade later after that. And I was like, still the same guy. Still the same guy. But you went through a lot of phases, like,
oh boy,
skateboarding. Like, you got into the skateboarding, you got into the basketball when you were older, you got into the military.
Oh, I stopped skateboarding. I tore my ACL. That was my problem.
Right.
That's why I stopped.
And you also did football, too.
Well, I tore it playing football.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
That's my problem, is that after that, I couldn't trust myself doing any gaps or doing anything.
But are you into, like, football and skateboarding still?
No.
No? No. Are you, but you, like...
Actually, in the Marine Corps, a lot of my friends skated. We went on base for some reason. There's a sick park.
Oh, that's weird.
For no reason. And there's a big bowl that you could drop in, do random things in the half pipe stuff. But outside of military, physically,
you don't do much.
Well, besides I play pickleball.
Pickleball.
But no, I just don't risk my knee.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to re-tear a fucking ACL.
But didn't your knees get fucked? You used to say you did, like, so you were a skinny kid. I remember you being very skinny. And
are you calling me fat now?
No, I'm saying you went to the military and you, like, packed on, like, muscle. And I was like, oh shit, like, this guy's on PEDs or something or what?
No, like how much do you think I weigh right now?
How tall are you? Let's keep that off the podcast. So I'm taller than you. I know that. I'm 6 foot flat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess you weigh more than me.
How much?
Oh no, you weigh less than me. You weigh 160.
I weigh 202.
202?
Yeah.
Really?
I weighed myself today.
You weigh more than me. I weigh 190.
202.
202. You don't look 202 though. But you do
lots
have,
of my, I think, thighs. I mean, my gut's big.
But you do have a lot of muscle now.
Yeah.
But that's from the military.
Well, that's
because you were skinny and then you went to the military, and I remember being like,
I went to boot camp at like 138, and usually people lose weight going to boot camp.
Mm-hmm. My brother does.
I left Parris Island at like 165.
Oh, shit.
So I'm up a lot.
Yeah.
And then through that, then it was just working out.
Do you still work out?
Yeah, I go 6 days a week. I go to Brown's Fit.
You go 6 days a week?
Brown's Fit. Train like the pros.
What do you do? Do you, like, deadlift and, like, go hard?
I strictly do chest and arms is all I do.
Oh, that's it.
Well,
that's
my legs are too... I can't... Dude, yesterday, I bought... trying to go shopping for fucking pants.
It's the worst.
It just doesn't fit.
Yeah, my ass is huge.
Because I don't want, like, who the fuck gets, like, not like a slim cut jean, but like the thing at the bottom. Like if you get a regular, they're fucking huge. I'm like,
I used to wear skinny jeans. You remember that?
Well, I did too, but
Yeah. But now I'm like baggy jeans. But dude, I have one pair of jeans and this is it.
You own one pair of jeans.
One pair of jeans. I wear them every day.
I bought my first pair of jeans yesterday. I haven't worn jeans in probably 4 years. Probably even more.
You're showing the tats?
Huh?
This is one big tattoo, by the way. It's definitely not. I mean, it's separate tattoos combined, but it's like hard to say how many tattoos you have, right?
Yeah. I think I have like 20.
20?
25. I mean, I see you got a dumbass one on your leg there, but
yeah. So this one, I let a stranger pick it. They said,
is it a lamp or a
cat? They said get a lamp with sunglasses on it, so I got it. It's pretty dumb. And then random. I did this one myself. It's a smiley face, and then this one over here.
I know your calf. Yeah, I know your calf one.
This one?
Yeah, I think
dude,
I remember
the dude over here, the guy who did it, left my house mid-tattoo to go fuck a girl, and he did 3 Adderalls while he was gone, and he didn't even fuck the girl. He was sitting in the 7-Eleven parking lot. He texted me like, hey, is it cool to come back? I'm like,
I've been there.
Yeah. Like, dude, what do you mean? Like, fucking come back. And then the Gordon Ramsay one, on this side. Right.
Yeah.
Only video Gordon hasn't replied to.
Really?
He's replied to a bunch of my videos, reacted to a bunch, didn't reply to the
all
one
but
fat tattoo.
2 of my tattoos, I've gone to the same guy, Black Metal.
Oh, Black Metal. That's like the
Angus.
one in Ohio.
I'd say he's the best because he's done everything super fast. Because I was gonna cry with my fucking kneecap, but
the knee was the worst.
Angus takes care of me. I got some dumb ones. I mean, the mom heart.
I got the prison tat, like you said.
That's rough, dude.
Yeah, right smack that, dude. I got it thinking
like I don't even know why I got it. This was my. No, I got my chest done first, but this one was my second one. It just says "Go to hell for heaven's sake." Apparently, so I heard the saying. I thought it was cool. Apparently, it's some fucking lyric from some super gay band, and I had no idea. I don't know what band it is.
You have no idea what it is? Like, is it like
but like people have like said, oh, I've heard that lyric, and it's like,
is it a lyric though?
No, it's like worse than Coldplay or something like that. That's like a band like that style, but like not Nickel. It's like it's like the median of Coldplay and like Nickelback has this lyric, and I had no idea.
Dragons, right?
But it's big enough that like people know it, you know.
And you just got it just to get it.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck.
Well, the first one I got. Have you ever seen the one on my back? Oh shit.
No.
This one.
I was thinking of your brother's Detroit Red Wings.
Oh yeah, the Detroit
Red Wings. Which is, I think, the hilarious tattoo to get.
It is pretty funny. But this one right here.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I got it when I was 15. But
who allowed that?
My mom, because it's.
I know.
Oh shit. Fuck. Well, it's about my dad.
I understand
and that was a segue to the next thing I want to talk about, which was.
I remember the day. I remember to the second where I was when I was told.
Really? Yep. I don't know your story. I love hearing people's story about like what happened, like in their experience with my dad's death.
Well,
it fucked up a lot of people.
No, you guys came over immediately after. No, I was in the front room, living room at my parents' house, watching Life is Ryan Sheckler's show from MTV.
Yeah, I remember.
Life is Ryan.
Uh-huh.
Favorite show I think I've ever seen in my life to begin with. And I remember I heard Derek and Liam are coming over, and I'm in the middle of my favorite show. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, I hate that kid. Because I was in 6th grade, you were 5th grader.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't think I knew date of, but I don't. So obviously I wouldn't ask all the details.
Right,
at
but
this point.
it was
how
Valentine's.
I don't know Valentine's Day.
It was Valentine's Day 2008. So you probably found out Valentine's Day. It was probably later in the day that you found out.
It was after school.
I think you came over that night, or your parents did, or something.
It was after school for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I didn't get told until I got home from school, but.
Life of Ryan came out at 4:00. So.
But I remember. So the thing is I don't really have any friends left.
You have no friends to begin with.
Kind of. I have very, very little actual people that I consider like closer friends in my life. But out of everybody that's in my life currently, there's only like one person in my life that actually like remembers my dad, and that's definitely you. Like, you're the only person that actually even remembers my dad at all. My friend You remember him? But dude, I don't even talk to him anymore. I don't talk to him. I don't see him. So it's like, you're the only person that actually remembers my dad. Which, now that I shaved my head, I look
Identical.
The goatee, the hairline.
You'll have to flash up a picture.
Dude,
it's identical.
It's crazy. The fucking.
I don't even know what that hairstyle. What is that even called?
My dad called it the man. He called it the man mohawk because it goes like this and then it's
rough.
Receding. It's gonna go back, and I'm gonna have the fucking Aang from Avatar thing.
No, I mean I remember.
But yeah.
I mean I remember funeral. I mean I remember
Dude,
everything, the whole thing.
Do you remember anything about him though? Like, what do you remember? What is your remembrance of my dad or the death or the funeral or anything? Because there's one thing that stuck out to me about you and your brother Dan at the funeral, but I want to hear yours first.
I'm curious about that. No, I thought he was always sick because I remember him mostly from the pig roast.
Oh,
Sick party guy.
Yep.
I think he was just always chill. I think just super chill.
Yeah.
Always matched your mom's like charisma.
Crazy
kind of thing.
charisma shit. But he would hang out with your dad a lot.
Yeah, no, they were big at Brew Kettle with Steve.
Super next door neighbors, just this side, that side, middle. Very like King of the Hill type shit. Like,
yeah, he was never.
The four dudes would just go to the bar, drink, hang out, and
never the guy that yell, Liam, get inside. It's 5 p.m. Never.
Right. But
yeah, what are you saying about the funeral?
The funeral, I remember vividly. It like actually like fucked you up.
Yeah.
I remember you were like crying a lot. Whoa. And it's funny because I didn't cry at my dad's funeral at all. I didn't shed a tear at my dad's funeral.
Well, it's weird.
But I cried a fuck
way
ton.
Before.
Yeah, when my mom told me the day of.
When people that happen, by the time you get to the funeral, because funerals are 6 days after.
Yeah.
It's past you at that point.
Yeah.
But no, actually, he'll probably kill me talking about this too. Your dad's funeral is one of 3 times I've ever seen my dad cry.
Really?
Is at your dad's funeral.
Wow.
Our first dog dying. Missy. No, not Missy. No, Cuddle.
Cuddle.
The big black dog.
Whoa, Cuddle.
Had a heart attack.
I forgot about
in
Cuddle.
The Christmas. Honestly, it's probably this day. 2 days before Christmas.
Like 15 years ago?
Yeah. And then at his mom's funeral.
Wow.
My grandma's funeral.
I remember her too.
That was like the only times I've ever seen him cry. With those 3, it was your dad's funeral,
wow.
dog, and his mom.
And your dad's like a pretty stoic guy.
Yeah.
He's pretty like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine him crying.
We were at, because it's also weird enough. It's also at the same cemetery my grandparents are buried at.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's weird,
and my great grandparents are buried at. And my great grandparents are buried at.
Oh.
So I was familiar with her because I used to go to my papa, his grave with my grandma. And
it's not a close cemetery either.
Him and I watched. It was at that time it was bizarre.
Dude.
I was like, what is.
I like never saw an adult cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I remember
it was weird.
Came over and he's like, I lost my best friend, and he was just a wreck, and I was like, oh fuck. It was sad.
Yeah, school. We went out.
You went out with.
I've gone out with not a lot.
I've always wanted to talk to you.
Probably 3 times. 3, 4 times?
Just with him?
In the last like 2 years. No, like me, my dad, and him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, his brother lives in. I just was in Big Bear, and his son lives in Big Bear actually. But I've always wanted to go out with like your dad or and ask like just stories about my dad and just see what happened. Like see what I don't know. Like maybe he's a lot like me. Maybe I would have hated him. That's the thing is I never know. Maybe me and my dad would have not liked each other. They could have got divorced. Like he could have been.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm curious because I know how he was and like.
Yeah.
Obviously, like career and like things like that. I'm curious what he would think
of the TikTok stuff.
As this, I'm really
because he's a pretty like
anti-technology almost.
He's like a guy, like a very suburban guy. Just I don't know, but the last thing he told me was, I asked him like a week before he died.
Yeah.
What should I be when I grow up, Dad? Like, what should I be? And he said, do what makes you happy. Do whatever makes you happy. And since then.
And this makes
that's my why.
And TikTok makes you.
Yeah. But no, that's my why, which is why I do what I do. I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to do whatever makes me happy. Happy dad. Happy dad.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But no,
Steiny? me
Yeah.
up.
But no, so that's why I do what I do is because, like, dude, he died at 42. 42 years old, dude. That's literally 15, 14 years away from you. Could you imagine having 14 years left? That's pretty young.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember at the funeral. So what I was going to say is there was a moment, I was like, it was a lunar eclipse also, which was really weird that night. I was like, holy shit, there's a lunar eclipse. I bursted into tears when my mom told me, like, Dad was in a car accident and he died. Immediate tears. Brother went up to his room. I went and I puked in the bathroom. I remember.
Oh, I mean, it's...
Dude, I like instantly, we all started crying at the same time.
5th grade, I can't imagine what you...
I was 10 years
That
old.
was me when my first dog died.
Yeah.
You know, I can't imagine...
Yeah.
Parent.
So I went to the bathroom, threw up. Brother locked himself in his room. Mom's just bawling her eyes out. Like, what do I do?
What do you do?
Yeah. And then, so it was just all that day. A counselor came over. I've been in therapy ever since I was 10. Like, literally every year I've been in therapy. But at the funeral, I was like throwing pickles at the walls and like getting to stick to the wall, having a fucking blast. A super fun time.
Liam was a silly kid growing up.
I was a silly kid. But I remember you were like bawling your eyes out, and I was sitting by the casket, and I looked at your brother, and I kept looking at, I tried not looking at your brother, and he kept like smirking a little bit because we kept looking at each other.
Yeah.
And we were trying so hard not to fucking burst out laughing.
Yeah.
Like we were just like trying really hard not to laugh.
Looking back, I swear that's definitely the first funeral someone dying that I remember in my entire life.
Yeah. It was
That's the first, like, my great-grandfather died when I was, I think, I talked to my dad about it today, actually. He died in, like, 98, and I'm like, I was alive, but I don't remember.
1 or 2,
That's 3, but old. But, I think that was definitely the first funeral I ever remember.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why it took something out of me,
right.
I think.
And there's only
one. And again,
one.
I was in 6th grade.
Yeah,
like, what do you?
Right, yeah.
But
there was only one other before that. Is like, I mean, I had pets die, animals die. My grandma died before me.
Fuck the. What, dude, your 2 dogs? Fuck those dogs. Yeah, I hated those dogs, dude.
Dude, they're loud. They would fucking.
No, Ditto was cool.
Ditto
Buddy
was cool.
Sucked.
Buddy lived forever.
What was his problem?
Dude, didn't he bite someone?
Are they from the same?
No, they weren't from the same. We adopted Buddy after.
But they were identical.
They were almost identical.
I hated Buddy.
But Buddy, remember he bit someone's arm and was hanging on him in the backyard. You remember that?
I remember, super weird. You know how you remember like super odd things growing up? Uh-huh. The one I remember is I slept over your house. Everyone was asleep in the basement. The big thing at the time, we were playing that Star Wars game. The Clone Wars thing.
Yes,
on like
yes.
PS2.
Dude, that was sick. That was one of my favorite games of all time.
That game, I think I would play right now.
Yeah.
But we were still super young, and I didn't fully understand the dogs' names, maybe. I don't know. Like, I didn't know your dog's Buddy was, like, fucking around at night. I was asleep. I woke up. Your mom fell asleep downstairs, too, with us. Oh. Like, all 4 of us were, like, me, you, your brother, my brother. We were all on the couch.
What couch was it? In the basement?
The basement.
Oh, okay.
No, not the basement. The
second to the basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then your mom was on the reclining chair.
Oh,
over there.
Yeah. Okay.
I woke up your mom, I think, 4 times asking her what the name of the dog was. And she was like half asleep, and she kept saying, looking back, she clearly said Buddy. I was calling the dog Bloody. I was like, Bloody, stop. I'm like, Bloody, Bloody. And I'm like, I would wake her up like 7 minutes. She was so mad. Sees this, would never remember, but I'm like, I woke your mom up.
She'll watch this. She's going to watch this entire
4 times in probably an hour, saying, what is the dog's name? And I kept thinking she said Bloody. I'm like, there's no way they named their dog Bloody.
I don't remember at all.
These dogs are little white dogs, like this big.
The white, crusty West Highland Terrier dog.
There we go. Yeah.
And we have another one. We got a new one now.
Aggie.
Aggie's nice, though. Aggie's
but I was
sick.
like, Bloody. I'm like, there's no fucking way this dog's going to be Bloody.
I don't remember that. I remember, like, there's definitely a lot of
But you remember playing we would come over, play Star Wars at one of our houses.
I remember that for sure.
And then we all, looking back, I think it's so funny that, like,
dude, we forget a lot.
Why didn't we have more sleepovers, I guess?
Because I don't remember sleeping at your house.
You did.
I definitely did, but not often.
Well, no, but I didn't sleep. Well, I guess because
Yeah.
you would just walk over.
Yeah,
if
I
it
guess
was
I could just
tired.
walk
But,
over
like,
and then go home. Yeah.
looking back, like as a kid, you're like, oh, sleep
Yeah,
over.
we did not sleep over each other's houses much, but
It's so
I remember
funny.
playing in the basement at your place, and there was a point where we stopped.
Well, you suck. That's the thing.
Well,
You
so
have
what
to
happened
remember
is
that is you
we
suck.
were like kids and like we did all the fun stuff. We would do Easter together and do Easter egg hunts in the front yard. We'd sit on the box and split it down the middle, like what part's on your yard, what's on mine.
The green box.
And your dad's grass was so much better than ours.
Well,
he took pride in that grass.
Still does.
Still does.
Still does.
But and your mom's like an excellent gardener and shit. And it's like, but yeah, it's like there's a lot of those memories growing up, and it's crazy because it's like there's a certain point. You know how like your cousins like at one point you like stop hanging out with them.
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what happened. Is like we were like kids, we hung out, and then eventually there's a certain point. I think it was like the end of middle school, going into high school, where like we just
Well,
we would see each other.
Well, no, I was,
Popular.
and someone else wasn't very cool.
I wasn't. I was like a chubby, long, flippy hair kid, awkward, weird, no confidence. And this dude's basketball player, football player, confident as fuck, getting all the girls. Girls didn't give me the time of day. So, yeah, dude. So then there was a certain point where like it stopped, and then
I know. Speaking of that, sort of speaking of that, I got Facebook memory the other day.
what?
Facebook memory.
Oh,
You know how you
Facebook
see,
memory.
like, not the other day, like 2 months ago.
Okay.
Homecoming. It was me and my current girlfriend at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pictures of us, like your mom took.
Yep.
It was a memory from your mom.
I know exactly.
It was
what
tons
you're
of photos of me and then it would just be you on the side.
alone, alone going to homecoming alone, dude. I remember what that was funny as fuck. I remember that homecoming. Yeah, and you like had.
It was like us two. No, and then I got a limo. My parents got us a limo with all of my friends.
And then I left. I left after that. You guys went in the limo. I drove in my mom's car with like a few of my friends that like.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
That was fucking funny.
That's a rough look.
That was a rough one. And then like I remember the homecoming being like, oh man, I wish one of the girls would grind with me.
Oh.
It happened. It happened that homecoming for the first time though.
What was his name?
I actually remember like 2 or 3 of the girls that actually grinded with me. And it was like, it's just weird thinking about it now, but but
I don't even want to know.
but yeah, I don't even want to know either.
A name.
But yeah, no. What was I gonna say? Fucking Alyssa Violet. Was I gonna take it to the Alyssa Violet route?
Oh,
So you know Alyssa Violet well.
I think we already talked about it.
We already talked about it. Yeah, I guess we did. What was your childhood like? Do you have any like childhood trauma from yours? Because I feel like you lived like you had a pretty like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know your life or your traumas necessarily.
Because traumas.
Everybody knows my trauma. My dad was fucking hit and killed by fucking a 19-year-old driver on Valentine's Day. But I don't know, like, was there any traumatic big thing that happened in your childhood?
Nope.
You're
The
just-
only one I'd say, it's not even trauma. Fucking my dog flipping and having a heart attack directly in front of me.
Oh.
Cuddles.
Yeah.
Just flipping and having a heart attack right in
Damn.
front of me. Other than that, no. I mean,
The Cuddles was
knock
a great
on
dog,
wood,
too.
I've been lucky with
Damn, bro.
first time. But I mean,
Fucking-
being older now, I mean, once you get older, you experience, like,
He's got it all, man. He's the popular football player, gets all the girls, all this shit. My dad dies. I'm a loser in school. None of the girls like me. But hey, now the girls in high school are like, they think I'm...
they want the follower.
Yeah, they want the followers.
The clout.
Yeah, but that's not for the right reasons, right?
You
I
got
want
some-
them to
you got
think
some
I'm
clout
like...
chasers.
I want them to think I'm like attractive at least, right? Or like...
Well, no one's ever said that.
There was the moment off the podcast where I was like, oh, I got blown by this girl in high school. And he was like, no girl blew you in high school.
Oh, that's rough.
It's rough. But hey, it did happen. Dude, I was a virgin until I was 21. When did you lose your virginity?
Come on, man. My mom's gonna watch it.
You lost it, and I remember you said something. You got a hand job in like 6th grade.
Come on, stop. That didn't happen. 14?
14.
14, 15?
Dude, I can't imagine. Thinking about a 14-year-old now, I can't imagine that happening. 14?
Come on, man.
All right, well, we'll change the topic. But I went 21 years, no sex. But I will say I was getting blown left and right.
Oh, my God.
Because I wanted to stay a virgin. Because my dad was a virgin until my mom. And my mom was like, hey, like, you have to be a virgin. Really put this heavy pressure on me. So she's like, you have to be a virgin, this and that. Like, you can't do that. So I was like, okay, I need to honor my father and like be a virgin too, because my mom's telling me. And then so I was just giving.
You weren't even honoring him. You were just a loser.
Yeah.
You weren't honoring him. You just couldn't.
Dude, hey, no, I could, but like,
I could. It should be big.
Just yeah. Just not with a girl that is like that attractive.
That's fucking tough. That's fucking tough, buddy.
But hey, now it's good. I've had way more experiences than I would even like, to be honest. I would take some back. And speaking of, you've just gone through a breakup this past year. And to be honest, I know you've had relationships in the past, but I don't take you as like a monogamous guy necessarily.
Oh my God.
Now that you are in your like post-breakup phase, I'm like, that's interesting, because I don't see Brandon as this super monogamous relationship type guy. So I was wondering, I would give you the platform to like explain to me, like, are you a monogamous guy? What's your future with like relationship? Do you want kids and a wife?
No, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So you're cool with monogamy though?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I couldn't deal with. Are you well like?
So let's say one side monogamous.
Oh.
Are you cool with that? Like, are you cool with like you can fuck whoever but she's with, or like what's the ideal situation?
That's stupid. I wouldn't do any of that shit.
Yeah, that's dumb. I would never want that.
Andrew Tate, hit me up. No, I mean, the right. Yeah, I mean, breakup sucked. It was 3.5 years.
Right, and it seemed like
everything.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
This house, I don't know.
Yeah, you got, but it seemed like you got fucked up by that a little bit. If you want to talk about it, you don't have to. But
no, I wouldn't say I got fucked up. I just, at my age, just kind of dating just sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's like everybody found a person. It's just the older you get, the harder it gets, I think.
This is going to sound awful. As a guy, I can date younger, so I'm fine.
Yeah, right, for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I think most people understand that.
But, Sydney Smith.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I'm Sydney Smith. You haven't responded to any of my Snapchats that I've sent you.
You've snapped her?
Well, she puts the reply thing on her snaps. I've responded once, but
okay, once. Do you follow her on Instagram, Snapchat, and everything?
She put one, and I name dropped you, but
really,
yeah.
Really, wow.
Oh yeah. I think I mentioned this. I said I'm gonna do it because originally I thought I was gonna go to LA.
Yeah, right. You said maybe January or something.
And I messaged her. I'm like, Sydney, I'm coming to LA to do a podcast with Liam's Lunchbox. Just hang out. Didn't respond. Didn't even open it.
Well, dude.
I can't imagine how many someone like that gets.
You could also have your Snapchat setting to like doesn't allow messages. So like.
Oh well, no. It's on a reply. It's on a reply. Like how you put like.
Okay.
She asked what are you guys doing today, and then you click reply.
I did text.
And then she she reposts on the question.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's a good in. Like, that'd be a good content,
Yeah.
If she posts, like, oh.
Well, I did text her, though, and I did tell her that you are a Marine veteran and you served our country. And that's definitely automatically a point in for anybody.
So I have 1 point.
You have 1 point to
Other
serve
than that,
the
I'm probably out.
But also, it's like, I drank like 6 of these. But
what flavor you open?
Wild cherry?
That's the good one. That's the best
Yeah,
one.
it's good. I think the watermelon.
Have you heard of the banana? I'm drinking.
I haven't had the banana.
Watermelon right now.
Watermelon's
the banana
good.
ones are crazy.
But Sydney Smith, if you are single and looking for a
veteran investment bank?
veteran investment banker, Brandon Davies is the guy.
Follow me.
Do you have a middle name?
James.
Brandon James Davies?
What do you mean, do I have a middle name?
That's like the most American name I've ever heard
There you
besides
go.
John Smith.
There you go.
There we go. Who you voting for in the 2024 election?
Oh boy. If he's not gonna make it, I would vote for Vivek.
Oh, Vivek
Ramaswamy.
Ramaswamy. What is his deal? I don't know. I'm very tapped out of politics. I don't know much.
I think not.
I have
too political
opinions, but
on,
I don't follow.
I think the biggest thing is he's young and kind of knows what's going
He's
on.
39 or something.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But
Like-
yeah, I think
like-
a lot of people like him.
I would go that route just because he is. Again, I think it wouldn't make a difference.
No.
I know how politics works. It doesn't make a fucking difference.
Is
who's
there
in
something
president.
you know from the military that you can't say or something?
Yeah, no.
Are there things you know from the military that you can't say?
I had a top secret, but
Really? So if you say some things, will you be charged?
No.
Okay, I didn't know. I know FBI or NASA. There's probably some things they can't say.
No, but I would. No, I'm saying just as a presidency, he can't change it. He can
Yeah, you can't
promise all he
change a
wants.
country.
Nothing's fucking changing.
Yeah, no.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a shithole.
That's
Anyway.
so no matter who you think it's not going to change much.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
I would definitely.
But so Vivek's the guy that you
That's who I would vote for.
really? I thought weren't you a Trump guy for a while?
Oh boy.
I don't think people care, right?
I think I am because of the idea of changing Washington. He does say I'm how I am, but some of the stuff he
Are you you're somewhere in the middle?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I'm definitely.
But you don't agree with 100% of certain. Yeah. I don't think anybody does, right?
Okay, this is horrible. I agree with him, but the way he says it and there's no way he should be saying some of that shit.
Okay.
There's
as a president.
as that guy. There's fucking no
That makes sense.
way on the planet he should be saying anything. Even saying the term Mexican, I'm like, holy shit,
Oh.
dude. I'm like, dude, you know what I mean? Things like that. There's just, I'd support, because I think I support the idea of, his idea of, changing what, but
Okay.
holy fuck.
What is Vivek's deal?
He's pretty much the same way, younger, and he brings in a bigger,
Because I read something about him today, because I don't know much about
he's
politics.
a billionaire tech guy.
Yeah.
He founded a tech company.
I don't know much about politics, so I'm pretty ignorant to it. So, I have my own beliefs and opinions that probably match somewhere in between something.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I did some research today and saw what his campaign was, and he's the non-woke candidate, is what I hear. But he's also for environment, which environmental stuff is known as a liberal ideal or something.
Well, yeah,
But I don't know much
No,
about
I
it.
support the fucking, what's it called? The environment.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well,
I
I
have an
think-
electric car.
Yeah, that's right. He has an electric car. He has a Tesla. But I think the world is starting to come to the point where all right, let's.
Well, no,
Let's be real,
it's bizarre to. I think it would be bizarre to be whatever. You're Republican. You go, fuck the environment. We're chopping down trees to do something crazy. That's fucking retarded.
Right.
Just straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think
there's no way that's a good platform to begin with.
Right.
Let alone in today's world. But no, you can't look at fucking Biden and go, holy, yeah, that's my guy. You cannot.
I don't know if anybody's that's my guy. There might be people. There's definitely people.
But it's scary.
But-
who fucking?
I kind of just
I don't
stay.
know. Politics is probably the worst thing to get into here. But
For sure. That's why I just
but
stay.
who do you get?
That's why I stay on the back end, because
All
also
right, Biden. Who do you? Biden says no. I'm not going. Who do you got? Fucking
Yeah. Well, that's
Camel.
the thing.
Camel Harris.
That's why I kind of
Kamala? Fuck her. I'm not fucking
cool
doing that.
I'm 100% cool with talking about politics, but also kind of because I don't have a super strong opinion. I have my own beliefs, but also
But I think so. That's the same thing. It just comes back to they just don't have that ultimate power.
Yeah.
If it was like, obviously dictators aren't fucking. But
Yeah,
if they had a
100%.
power where they can come in and say we're doing this, that's
just-
one
yeah.
thing. But if you literally look, I mean, they can't do much. Looking back, it's actually kind of cool how young Obama was. I don't like Obama's politics, but as a guy and like how young he was to get into office is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do again.
No, I like
not
the young
necessarily
guys.
saying like.
I definitely like the young guys.
I
And
mean,
think,
Trump's fucking old too.
Yeah, I would say.
I mean, Trump's old.
I mean, I'm
Trump is older than any of my grandparents lived to.
And also, Biden's the
And
oldest
that dude
president,
has
is he not?
that dude, huh?
Biden's the oldest president, is he not?
Ever, yeah.
Yeah.
But Trump is younger than Biden. But he's
Yeah.
old as fuck.
But he's still old as shit.
But he is older than any of my grandparents.
Yeah.
After they died, my grandparents in their last 5 years were like yeah, they're not fucking running a country.
Sick in that, yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? That's what I don't
Dude,
get.
my whole family.
I would be all for it if they did some type of 55. No, maybe 65.
Yeah, 65 max
cutoff.
or something. But dude, my family fucking dies at like 50, like 60. Like my grandma died like late 50s and all that shit. But it's like, to me, the reason why I'm cool with talking about politics is I think I don't necessarily have a super strong opinion. I could be swayed and I'm open to hearing everybody's opinion. But I'm more like, how much difference is it really going to make
That's the problem.
depending who the president is? And I think like what you said is kind of why I'm pretty open to hearing everyone's ideas, respecting everybody's beliefs and all that stuff where I'm like, okay, I'll hear you out and maybe it'll change my opinion. Maybe I'll believe this, maybe I'll believe that. And it's like, I'm somewhere in the middle and I think most people are now. I think it's kind of...
There's only one person in politics I fucking hate.
Who?
Alvin Bragg.
I don't even know who that is.
Alvin Bragg, go fuck yourself. He's the district attorney of New York.
Dude, I don't even... it's crazy. Like, I'm so out of politics that I have no clue who that
Alvin
is.
Bragg, fuck yourself.
We should make that a clip.
He's the one prosecuting my friend from New York City.
Who's your friend from New York City? I don't know who that is. Actually, that sounds familiar.
It's probably bad press, but he killed the unhomed person on a subway in New York City.
Oh.
Back in June. Choked him to death.
Should this be in the podcast?
It's all right. No,
okay.
I'll see him next week.
Okay.
But
Oh, so he's like, but he's good.
he got bailed out. No, the trial is.
Oh, so he might.
All
still
of us are
go.
getting subpoenaed. Yeah, he second-degree manslaughter. He went to the police station. They let him out. They said you're good. It was all self-defense. Fuck Alvin Bragg and anyone that says it's not. It was self-defense. The dude was menacing people on the subway, threatening to like hurt people. He was like, I don't care who I kill or who I hurt. I want to go to jail today so I can get a free meal. That dude was saying that on the train. And Danny held him down in a fucking chokehold.
Yeah, we're rolling now.
No, my industry is pretty crazy. I mean, investment banking is nuts.
I don't even know what investment banking does.
So we buy and sell companies.
I thought you were gonna say stocks. I'm like, so you're like the Wolf of Wall Street.
No, so we buy and sell companies and we do IPOs. Initial public offerings.
No clue.
So
what
like
that
a
is.
company,
I'm like not an adult
some
yet.
like some company
Okay.
that like gets big enough, and they're like, you know what, we want to go public.
Mm-hmm.
When a company says they want to go public, you're the owner of the company.
Okay.
You say we're big enough, and then they do stock offering.
Okay.
Like you can buy stock in the company now, is what it means going public.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
So like now it's a publicly traded company.
Uh-huh.
So it's called an IPO, an initial
Yeah.
public offering. So we underwrite those, or we buy, like, you have a seltzer company,
Yeah.
successful seltzer company, and I'm Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, wait, you do Anheuser-Busch?
No.
Oh, I was going to
it's
say,
an
I was like,
example,
okay.
idiot. I'm saying, and then you come to, we seek you out, we find you, and we say, oh, we can get you X amount of money if you sell to this company. So then you say, yeah, I want to sell, because you're a 55-year-old guy that wants to get out of business, you want to retire.
Yeah.
So then you say, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And then you go to us.
Yeah.
We then find you a buyer, and then that person buys your company. Like Anheuser-Busch would then buy you if you were a seltzer.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at that point, I mean, they could close you down. They just buy you out as a competitor, or they can keep the company running. Most of our people we actually deal with are all they keep the company open. They just kind of get the profit kind of side of it.
Okay.
Like a lot of it's like private equity. I already know you're not going to know what that means.
I don't know much about anything that has to do with like.
Yeah, so it's buying and selling companies to other companies.
Okay.
So we can do buy or sell. I'm on the buy side, and we can do both, but I mostly do on the buy. And yeah, I mean it's a cool business.
Do you work for someone or have your own business?
No, yeah, I work for someone.
Okay. Wait. So, what were we just talking about? That before the camera shut off.
I don't think I want to go into it, but I don't remember.
What was it though?
It was something dumb.
It wasn't politics. It wasn't.
Oh, it was politics. Yeah, it was.
Was it politics?
Yeah, it was politics.
Oh yeah, you said your friend. Okay, I said
Alvin
fuck
Bragg.
your friend,
Yeah, fuck
Alvin Bragg.
Bragg.
Okay, so what you do now is, fuck, I don't even know the term.
Investment banking?
Investment banking. Do you like investment banking?
Love it.
Love it.
It's the only place I'll be.
Okay, is there any, what does your ideal life look like? Is it investment banking? Is it saying fuck investment banking, fuck corporate, fuck all this, and then being an influencer, or is it going back to college, being a nurse, a doctor, doing something in the Marines?
Dream. I'm now looking at like master's programs I want to go into, like financial engineering.
Okay.
I already know you don't know.
I don't know what that is. I just said okay.
Financial engineering and go into like it's called high frequency trading.
High frequency trading. What
HFT.
What does that do?
It's a computer. You do like computer. It's all right. I'll dumb it absurdly down.
Talk to me like I'm 5 years old.
It's buying stocks.
Okay.
So it's a firm, like a company
So you want
that
to be
has
the Wolf
money.
of Wall Street.
It's a company that has money. They buy stocks, but they're using a high frequency trading platform that they execute thousands of trades per like millisecond, like faster than you can blink. They'll do 200,000 trades. They're buying it on like you know how like usually you see a stock, it's like $7.62.
Okay.
They're trading at $7.62 and 0.000031. And they buy it there, and the program automatically trades it then at 761000032.
Okay.
So they're trading like micro.
So it's about capacity. Like you have to like really fucking.
Well,
be
no.
selling
So
a lot.
financial, the degree would be like helping building the algorithm or like computer software to do the trading.
So like software engineering.
No, it's a whole.
It's a different.
Yeah,
thing.
it's not necessarily like.
So would you ever want to do
development.
something that's not corporate, or are you like super into?
HFT firms are actually pretty small, like big banks.
Or would
and stuff.
you own your own version of this?
Oh,
where you're
my
the owner?
ultimate goal would be my own, but you have to. So like HFT firms, you also have to be like as close as you can to the actual like mainframe of like the New York Stock Exchange, like your physical location.
Yeah.
Because to get better information to trade on those things,
Yeah.
you have to be closer. I mean, it's math.
Yeah.
Like your wires are close. I'm dumbing everything way down here.
Yeah.
So if your building is closer to the New York Stock Exchange, the transmission of information for trades is quicker. Okay. So they trade quicker than anyone else can. It's a high frequency
So
firm.
would you?
So they're based in usually like New York, Chicago, around those.
So where do you want to live? Are you cool with staying in Ohio, or do you want to move closer to New York?
That's funny. That's why me and my girlfriend broke up, is because I didn't want to move out of Cleveland. But
yeah, I remember you told me that. And you had a dog, and she.
I mean,
she took the dog, she took the kids, she
boy.
took everything.
the right job, I would move probably anywhere for.
Really?
I have no.
Would you move farther from New York though for it? Like, would you move to LA or Seattle? Or...
I have no anchoring to live anywhere.
So you don't care?
No.
Are you career driven then?
I'd be career driven to make money to retire earlier than I think is normal.
Where would you want to retire, and what age? Because I feel retired now.
I think the super cliche is just Florida, but
yeah, Florida's the classic Ohio retirement.
But I also want to retire somewhere that's like cool, you know?
Like Bali.
I
know a guy in
no,
Bali.
but I could also. I mean, I've traveled the world. I would say fucking retire and fucking
Japan.
no, like retire. Not necessarily gonna like have a like I don't know the word like home base and just fucking go
just travel everywhere.
Go
Dude,
months at a time.
I thought about that too. I'm like, why am I in LA? Like, I mean, I do pay $1,000 a month in LA, which is crazy. A lot of people are like, you pay $1,000 in LA. I'm like, yeah, my place is cheap. It's nice, and I found a steal. It's
LA
really hard.
sucks.
But Ohio prices like you pay $1,600. I'm like, I pay less in rent than a lot of people here. But I'm like, what if I just like lived with my mom for a while, which I don't want to do. But what if I found a really cheap place in Ohio on the east side? I'm kidding.
Yeah,
but if I found a really cheap place in Ohio and just like traveled the world and I had no home base and went everywhere, I don't know. That could be a future thing. I could move to Austin, Texas. I could move anywhere. I'm kind of getting tired of LA.
Yeah, I would too. If I was getting $26 smoothies at Erewhon.
Dude, literally.
Are they good?
They're actually
good?
no.
No?
No, dude. The
Hailey Bieber
The
smoothie?
Hailey Bieber smoothie tastes like a strawberry milkshake from fucking Steak and Shake.
Oh.
But not as good. But not as
Steak
good.
and Shake.
Not as good as Steak and Shake
Steak
either.
and Shake.
You don't like it?
You gonna let them know?
I like Steak and Shake.
I launched Liam's career.
Oh, right. Oh, shit.
I launched Liam's career back in
2000. Oh, I have the video.
2015?
Let me check right here. I have.
I remember I drove you there in my Range Rover.
7 years ago, Steak and Shake holiday milkshakes featuring the boys. It's me and you.
I launched Liam's career. We went to Steak and Shake to review, which is a hilarious place.
Eggnog, cookie butter, peppermint.
We reviewed their holiday milkshakes at the table in a small suburban town, which is not used to anyone filming anything. And I had to sit there with Liam.
And my like 3 friends.
Standing up, fucking filming milkshakes.
It's 11 and 37 minutes.
Embarrassingly. And then you probably won't find the video on YouTube.
No, it's privated.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've looked for it.
I'll react to a bunch of them.
There's also even a little thriller on this end of it. We reviewed the McDonald's holiday pie. But I launched Liam's career from there. That's where it all started.
Dude, 7 years ago, 2,822 views, 61 likes, 2016, December 26th. It was it's December 24th as we're filming this. Almost, I don't even know the math. How many years ago is that?
I'm bad at numbers.
It says eggnog, cookie butter, peppermint, and white chocolate. We try them all. We also try some of their onion rings.
We also tried their onion rings. What did we say was the best one? I don't even remember.
It had to be cookie butter.
Yeah, no, it was cookie butter.
It had to be cookie butter. Cookie butter is one of my favorite things now. And then it's also, this is all in all caps right now. Also, bonus footage of McDonald's eggnog shake and holiday pie. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.
No, we were in I had the blacked out Range Rover. We were blasting gasolina, Daddy Yankee.
Yep.
Ordering fucking McDonald's.
And we were, and it was also 21 Savage, Dip, we were listening to. And you were like, why am I at Steak and Shake with these 4 fucking losers? Dude, I was like anorexic at the time.
It was me, you,
Jake, and someone else. I don't know. Dude, I was like literally anorexic. I was wearing a puffer vest. You want to see this?
No.
I was wearing a puffer vest.
Look at me, dude. I'm hiding my face.
You're literally hiding your face.
No, I ain't part of this. Who is that? Oh, that's you.
That's
that doesn't
me.
even look like you, dude.
Doesn't even look like me.
You're fat now almost.
I know, but I was 130 pounds. I was anorexic here. I had hair. I'm not bald. I don't have the Avatar Aang fucking receding hairline. But
you do have an arrow on your head.
Yeah. But yeah, it was.
So if you ever want to know how to get, what, 4.6 million?
Yeah.
4.6 million on TikTok. Start at Steak and Shake.
That's your guy right
with
there.
me.
You got to do a collab with him at Steak and Shake.
That's where you blow up at, man.
But dude, it was.
I've never been more embarrassed. I'm glad I actually have never gone with you to do anything with food after that. Never.
This is the first video since.
Yeah. No, it's not even a video. I took we went to Half Price Sushi.
Oh yeah, Half Price Sushi. Yeah.
A lot of people.
We
love
didn't
that
start
one.
talking again after we stopped talking, and like I was a freshman in high school because I was a loser and you were a popular kid. We didn't start talking again until like a year ago.
Well, that's again with
because you were in the
said
military.
You said the cousin thing.
Cousin.
I hated my cousins when I was like 13 through 18. I think no, probably 13 through probably 18. But you just think they suck.
Right. I don't talk to my cousins.
I mean, you still suck, but
yeah. I don't talk to my cousins anymore either, dude.
Yeah.
They're all sorts of fucked up.
I'm curious. This is
Heroin.
not to bring up bad things again. What's the real? I've always wondered this. No, it's not. It's serious. The relation of like your dad's side after something like that happens. I've always been curious on that.
Really
side.
weird.
Because like you know how
Dude.
when divorces happen, like they don't like one side, they just don't talk. Obviously,
right, 100%. So the thing is
like
do you remember?
I know, like,
you remember little. My cousin was adopted, and he has Asperger's, and his parents are actually stepbrother and sister. My and uncle are stepbrother sister.
Okay.
Good old Ohio. So my uncle is my dad's brother, and great. I haven't seen him in like 3 years.
Yeah.
But the thing is he's my dad's brother. I remember he was there the day of my dad's.
So your dad's only brother? I don't know your dad's
Yeah,
family.
my dad's only brother. So there's Aunt the oldest, and then Uncle, and then Aunt, and then my dad. My dad was
so
the
he's
youngest.
not. No, all right. I meant not only brother. I meant sibling.
No,
but
he had a lot of siblings. My dad was the youngest of 4.
Okay.
But so pretty much what happened after my dad died is my mom sat us down and said, we have to be close together. We have to stay together and this and that. And, you know, my brother, like, kind of was really fucked. I think my brother actually had it worse than I did.
Finger tattoo?
Huh?
You have a finger tattoo?
Finger tattoo, yeah. It's an inside joke.
Okay, keep going. Sorry,
but-
I just saw it for the first time.
But yeah, and 2 other people have it. But so I think my brother had it worse a little bit because he knew my dad a little more and he was older. But so we didn't really stay together. I think my dad's death really split I think I had like the perfect family until my dad died. But so my uncle, my dad's brother, and the siblings, they all started like kind of like getting a little distant or fighting. And which I don't know if we're gonna blur his name or not. I want him to. I want to have him on the podcast.
Who's that?
The guy who killed my dad.
No.
The guy who killed my dad. I'm thinking
Fuck
about
that kid.
I thought about having him on the podcast.
19-year-old DUI. Liam's mom let him off because she didn't want to ruin 2 families. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. See, that's the
I get
thing.
where you're coming from. It's from a different level, obviously for you, because you'd like to hear it. I'm sure that kid's fucked.
I wonder how he's doing sometimes. But my mom and him almost text every Valentine's Day, the anniversary of my dad's death.
I would fucking kill him.
Dude, everybody wants to kill this guy. Everybody wants to kill the guy who killed my dad.
He knows that.
My uncle wanted to. My aunt.
No, they didn't wanted to. They do. They still do.
And they still do. I don't know if my brother does. I don't know his feelings on it. I want to have my brother on a podcast, but I thought about having him on a
letting
podcast.
it, but fuck.
But dude, the craziest thing is the guy who killed my dad.
Crazy phrase to have to say, dude.
It is insane. But the guy who killed my dad about 15, 16 years ago, when I was 10 years old, I stood in front of Fox 8 News, I shook his hand, I hugged him, and I forgave him. Do you remember that?
I would have fucking stabbed him.
On live television,
I would. If it was, I understand that you.
I forgave the guy. But here's the thing: is I just was
if
like,
that guy
dude,
would have punched my dad, to this day I would fucking stab him. I think.
Dude,
If he
honestly,
punched
like
him,
that's
I would fucking kill him. I
the
think.
problem is that is the cause of all my like trauma and like my OCD and ADHD and any problem I have in life. It's because I could blame it on that guy, but it's just like, I like feel like I can't blame him for some reason. I just feel like it happened. I don't understand.
I get that. Yeah, like there's
right?
things you can't like. Maybe that was it. Maybe he would have died in a car accident 3 feet down the road.
Right. But the thing is, I feel like then I'm
But
just playing.
holy fuck, dude.
I feel like I'm playing the victim mindset then. I feel like I'm trapped in the victim mindset if I'm blaming everything on this one guy who killed my dad on accident. You know?
Accident, but fuck that guy.
Accident, but he did have drugs in his car, and he had I don't know if he had a DUI or whatever, but like, it's
drunk.
just like...
He was drunk at fucking 8 a.m.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was drunk in the morning.
If he was drunk, I don't know the details on that. Maybe
I
my mom
assume
didn't tell me.
probably what it was. He was drunk at night, slept somewhere, and then was driving home because he blew alcohol. He blew alcohol.
I didn't even know that. I don't know if my mom even told me that part.
All right. Well, sorry, Sandy, but that was I was always told that he had alcohol in him. It wasn't like he wasn't fucking
Yeah.
blaze drunk with like an
regardless-
open container or something in his car, but fuck that guy.
But
What's his name?
Uh,
Fuck, that name sucks.
it's like a villain name. It's a villain name. It sounds like he's a villain that killed someone's father. Does it not? It's like yeah, I don't know. But so pretty much my mom and him went to court, and my mom went without my uncle. And I could not know all the details because I'm the kid. My mom, it's her business, not mine necessarily, because it's her husband, it's my dad. It's more her business than mine.
And you were 10.
And I was 10.
If I was like 18, I would be fucking.
Yeah,
in there,
I would understand it and stuff. But so pretty much, my mom went through the court case for her husband who was killed and like forgave the guy because he said he saw his mom kill himself in front of him. And hey, I don't know if it's true or not, but my mom, she got struck with emotion about it and said, you know, he said, and now your husband's face replaced my mom's.
I thought it was under the line of, again, your mom can correct me at some point. I thought it was basically why ruin two families. You know, your family.
Could be that, yeah. And you were like a see the.
No,
thing
I'm
is,
saying like not like I'm like saying like in general. It was more like.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah,
awful.
for sure. Yeah.
But why are we this 19-year-old? Why are we gonna put him in prison for life?
Yeah.
It's already said and done, which horrible to say.
Yeah, he's
horrible
already
to
dead,
say.
you know?
To where
There's
it's
no
like
bringing him
kind of
back.
like he's gonna pay. He paid his price, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think he maybe went to.
No, dude.
No,
guy,
I'm sure he paid crazy money because I think he had a DUI,
no,
like
dude,
things like
here's the
that.
craziest.
Well, I thought he was
thing.
charged with like DUI manslaughter.
No, dude. The craziest thing about the guy who killed my dad is he was 19 years old, hit and killed my dad on the job on Valentine's Day, and all he was charged with was like 3 months of house arrest. Yeah, that's it. No jail time, nothing. 3 months of house arrest, and now. You know, it sucks because I do think about him like, now this guy has a kid, and the kid has a dad, and the dad's gonna raise him, and I didn't have a dad. That's the thing that fucks me up the most, I think.
Yeah.
Is where I'm like, that kid has a dad, I don't, but his dad took away mine.
All right, we got to get out of this, man. This is sad.
It's sad for sure, but it's like, so I'll talk about like what happened after he died, like with my uncle and my family. So my dad's part of the family, pretty much. I don't talk to him much. I recently saw my cousin and her kids like 6 months ago. They met my girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. But before that, like I looked at my text from like my uncle and my aunt, and it's like, Happy Thanksgiving, no reply. Happy Christmas.
You sending it?
No, yeah.
Oh.
And then like no reply. Happy Thanksgiving, no reply.
Yeah.
And it's like, so pretty much like my mom forgave the guy, and the guy got 3 months of house arrest, and my family was kind of pissed.
Yeah.
And they were kind of like,
kind of
like, I wanted to be there for the court case. I wanted to fucking really hammer in on this guy and fuck this guy over as much as we can. And my mom took it in her own hands because it's her husband. And I mean, my mom could come on the podcast and talk more about this because she has her own side of the story that I don't know. I was just a baby. I'm just passing down like telephone information, so this could be true or not. But so pretty much, they're not in my life super like a lot.
Well, I mean, my uncles and stuff aren't necessarily like day to day.
Yeah.
When I see them, but I'm not like.
But like my family and
what
uncles.
What are you doing?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't text them.
But like, how often do you see your aunts and uncles?
You know my family. I got a big family.
Yeah.
We always see each other. A couple times a year and stuff. But.
Yeah. Like my family now is like my brother once a year, my mom twice a year, everybody else like every 3 years.
Let's talk about that. What's up to?
In the military, I wanted to get closer with him. I want to talk to him more because, you know, we both have a father who was ripped away from us. You know, I'm just saying, like, we were really close. We went through a lot of. Well, it's kind of like you, like.
A back. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, the thing is like, you and me are starting to get closer. You know, the cousins that get closer when they're older. That's what I was saying about. I said to my mom.
Well, yeah, I didn't talk to for a.
Right,
I
you
think
didn't talk
6 years.
Yeah, and you guys are half brothers, right? Or brothers or something. But it's like, you guys, like, you're getting closer with your brother. I'm getting closer with my brother. I'm getting closer with...
Where's he even live at?
He lives in Seattle.
Oh, really? I thought last I heard was Colorado. But...
Yeah, he was in Denver for a while.
Still in the military?
Yeah, he's in the Army. I don't know what his branch or rank
like
or anything is.
What do you mean branch, idiot? It's Army.
Well, Army. But I don't know what his thing is or his deal necessarily.
Like he's fully active? Like that's his job? Like he's in the Army?
Yeah, he's in the Army. He's been in the Army. He has 1 year left.
Oh, he's probably pretty decently ranked.
He hasn't been like deployed. Like, I don't know much about the Army or military. You know,
there's
way more
super
than I do.
odd job. The Marine Corps is one thing. We're pretty limited on that, but Army I think has a lot of jobs that you can stay stateside without doing deployments based on
deployment stuff like that. Time.
Like the job is like permanent in the area. Like they need that specific job for something.
And I don't even know what my brother does. Like I don't even like want to say necessarily. Maybe like paperwork or air traffic control or something. Yeah, he's married. Yeah, he got married a few years ago. He doesn't have a kid. I don't know if he wants kids or not. Not right now, at least. He's 30. I don't know if he wants kids, but he's in the Army. And the thing about the military, the funniest thing is, bro, I just filmed a video, which I don't know if it's going to be out by now or not by the podcast airing, but I wanted to go to space for a video. Space.
Oh yeah, I'll text my space guy.
Yeah. So what happened?
He'll get right on that.
Is I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to space, and the way I'm going to do it is obviously I can't breathe in space, but I want to be the first man in space with no spacesuit. So what I did was,
have you never taken a science class?
But the thing is, I clipped my nails, I cut my hair, no hair left. And then I spit on it, put bits of my skin on it, I put it on a platform, sent it up to space in a weather balloon to go to space. So I could technically say I'm the first man whose DNA has been in space with no spacesuit. I don't know how true or not that is, but I sent it, and we calculated it to land in the middle of Santa Clarita, California, and it landed directly into the Edwards Air Force Base.
Nice.
And now it's at the Edwards Air Force Base.
Your brother's in the Air Force, I think, not the Army.
He's in the Army, but he wanted to go to the Air Force.
I swear he's in the Air Force.
So I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble to flying this into the Air Force Base or not.
Well, I don't think so at this point.
You don't think so?
Not at this point.
Okay. Well,
speaking of that, how bad of a student were you in high school?
Dude, I was great. Dude. Are you kidding? I didn't get bitches in high school? Okay, so I don't get bitches in high school and I'm bad at school?
Well, that's what I was going with.
No, I was a straight A student. I didn't have bitches to care for. I didn't have sports much. I played lacrosse and hockey, but like I was straight A student. Sometimes I'd get a B or C. I smoked weed for an entire year and I got a C once.
You smoked weed in high school?
I smoked weed in high school, bro. I did cough syrup and I overdosed.
Oh, I remember.
You remember that?
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
That's a different story.
Do you remember when I got expelled?
You got expelled for what? I remember
Junior
this.
year.
Dude, you were a hooligan, bro. Dude, what was it like being a popular kid in high school?
I got expelled. They let me back basically because I was
Was it
known.
because you got drunk?
No.
Was it an alcohol?
No,
Remember that big alcohol bust with like Ashley Pally and Jagger Oka and all that?
I hacked the school website.
You hacked the school website.
Athletic director.
Dude, fucking everybody hacked the school website in high school. My friend Kevin hacked the school website.
No, and then I posted on the school website the athletic director was gay.
Oh yeah.
I got expelled.
What happened after that? I don't even remember. Was that senior year, right?
That's my junior year.
What had happened after that?
My mom went in with me for my hearing with principal.
Hearing. Like a court?
To get told that I was like getting expelled.
Expelled. I don't remember expelled. Maybe suspended, but
So suspension is 10 days maximum.
Yeah.
Is a suspension. Expulsion
it's forever.
that's expel. So I was expelled, I guess is the
Oh.
term. Expel is anything more than a suspension without getting kicked out of the school district. So I was expelled.
How did you hack the website though? What did you
I
do?
was in some computer class and just did some stuff.
You like changed stuff on the website.
I changed the
to say,
main
like,
Brunswick website that said comes out of closet.
Yes, I remember that.
Rough, dude. Hold on, we'll come back to that. So
I remember that shit. Oh fuck.
no, so the day I got expelled, literally told me I was expelled and was like screaming at me, screaming at me.
Dude, they were.
Do you know what I did 12 hours after I got expelled?
What?
I got on a plane and I went to Dubai with my parents for 2 weeks. I was in Dubai for like weeks.
Dude,
just living it up.
You've been to Dubai quite a bit, huh?
Yeah, I've been there.
You went to Dubai in high school.
Yeah.
After getting expelled.
Yeah,
Dude,
so we went out there.
Dude, you've done it all.
Live it up. That was one of the shout out Harash, my dad's translator that was with us. He got me one of
Do you
my
think
first.
he's watching this?
No. He got me one of my. He got me a Heineken. My dad was at like a meeting or something with my mom, like a work thing. And so I was with Harash randomly, and we got Heinekens. I was drinking Heinekens at like 14 in Dubai. But
I want to go to Dubai.
then no, it's sick. I've been there.
Yeah.
I think 3-4 times now. And but no. Have you heard of his downfall?
No, I don't know anything about Brunswick or the high school or the teachers.
Basically, since then he was on the downward path, and then like you were probably a senior in high school.
Maybe.
He got a DUI. Total is BMW DUI, and they didn't fire him, but because he was the athletic director.
Yeah.
He's now currently a gym teacher at the elementary school in Brunswick.
Dude.
And because you know how like teacher salaries are public? Mm-hmm. We were drunk one night, looked it all up. It's not ideal. It's not fucking good.
The thing
he took
I'm not even worried about the
salary.
salary.
How big, Brunswick athletic director, that's a big position.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He was pulling like 140 or something.
In Brunswick, that's a lot
Like
of
140.
fucking money.
He was pulling like 140. And now as a gym they dropped him down.
To me, it just seems
62, he's like 62.
To me, it just feels like a... Well, $62K from Ohio is not bad.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying coming from that and his whole, his
it's
persona.
like cut in half.
No, his persona.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's wearing suits and stuff to Brunswick High School, and now he's...
It's weird because they did not like me in high school. I got in trouble. I was like kind of like a annoying little fucking kid that got into trouble, but I got straight A's. I would always get all A's and 1 B+.
I had a 4.0.
You had a 4.0?
It was the first month of the semester.
Oh, okay.
They froze all my grades at A's, and said
You took like 2 tests?
and just said, if you come back in August and don't go into anything about this, we'll just freeze all your grades and you can come back in August. But you can't come to the school. And yeah,
That
dude,
sounds sick though.
no, it was fucking sick.
I think I remember that you would come over like after school and play basketball at my place.
dude,
and
like
stuff.
I think the funniest one, I went to like Starbucks in Brunswick, and like noon,
like noon, peak school.
and I ran into principal. And like 3 of my teachers, they were like, their break or
'cause
whatever.
They were like taking
they
a
were all at
break.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
And they ran into me and they go, "Oh, Mr. Davies, I hope your parents are like keeping you busy and you're like on top of stuff and like working and stuff." And I go, "I just woke up." And it was like 12:30 in the afternoon.
What are you even supposed to do at that age?
Oh, I
When you're
did nothing.
expelled?
Oh, I did
You know,
nothing.
Play fucking Call of Duty.
We had to lie to that girlfriend at the. I had to lie to her dad. Her dad had no idea I got expelled because he would not have let me date her. So we lied to him the entire time.
She was a really good one.
And I was just never in. I was literally never in school. But I wasn't allowed to like basketball. I wasn't allowed to anything.
That's crazy.
Wasn't allowed on the
Dude,
school
I used to see her
grounds.
PacSun all the time. She go, "Hi, Liam."
She lives right down the street.
Fuck, Brandon.
She lives right down the
You
street.
got so lucky, man. That fucker gets everything.
She lives right down the street. She just moved back from Philly, actually.
What was it like being a popular kid in high school? You know, like versus like me.
No, I just can't imagine it. It wasn't hard. I just had a ton of friends, I guess. Like,
Well, you had a ton of friends, but also you had the same friends. You had Chase, you had Trevor, you had Andy, Matt Saxon. You had all the popular friends, you know? And it's like, Jagger got in trouble, but I remember,
oh, if you were friends with Jagger hanging out, you're in.
yeah, but I wasn't, yeah, Jagger was like the popularist kid ever.
I wouldn't. Well, his parents. Well,
But I just remember everybody would have parties. It was like fucking like, what's that fucking show? 13
Euphoria?
Reasons. It was like Euphoria, 13 Reasons Why. It was all that shit. Like the popular kids, and I was like the kid that killed
no,
himself.
I drove Liam to school in high school, and we'd get out of the car. I'm like, oh, go in.
Like run.
You couldn't be seen walking in with him.
Right. You just didn't like. That was crazy. You would drive me to school in high school where you didn't want to be seen. Or I'd be like, "Hey, Brandon," in the hallways, and you'd be like, "Nope, not gonna say hi."
Oh.
But no, it's like you had all the popular friends. And that was crazy. It was like, I want to say Brunswick High School is like, or any suburban high school in the Midwest is exactly what 13 Reasons Why and all those shows about high school
it's crazy.
are
I think
made after.
I think it's a lot of people. What's the word? Not fantasize. Maybe fantasize. Like randomly on like TikTok, I was looking at like high school football games. People post like videos of like the crowds and stuff. All the comments on it are like European people, like children, not children, like teenagers.
yeah.
They go, "Oh, I would do anything to go to high school in America." Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I don't feel like that, dude. I'm like pissed. I'm like, I didn't get to be Brandon Davies in high school. No, but actually no. So there is something that I'm like, damn, I didn't get to lose my virginity in high school. I didn't get to go to the parties. I didn't get invited to all this stuff. That's still in my brain somewhere.
Really?
I don't really give a fuck anymore.
I guess we should feel bad about them.
About what?
Now he's on his 5th shout out, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've never, because all my friends are my friend, and I still live
Well,
good.
you always
I still
had
party, I guess.
all of your friends were like the popular friends in high school.
And I think they're all still successful. All of us are successful
for sure.
and do
And
stuff.
all of my friends from high school are not.
So there's probably something going on there. But
Maybe.
you know what I mean? Like, in my head, I never thought, like, what are those other kids
I
thinking?
truthfully think it's about confidence is what gets you far. And your friends were confident.
Oh, yeah, there's no, I can walk into a room and be like, oh,
It's like, dude, you could be like 3 points lower in attractiveness and you'd still pull girls.
I'll walk in with Andy or anyone and be like, no, this is our bar. Like, we're running.
You just draw attraction. Like, I think confidence is the most attractive thing to girls in general. But it's like, and I think that's what the popular kids in high school have, is the confidence. But I don't really give a fuck about the high school like parties and stuff anymore. I do regret a little bit not going to like college parties and like doing all that thing. But also at the end of the day,
I went
like
to Vegas, buddy. I went to college
dude,
in Vegas.
But the only problem with that is
I was
like
there.
I look at the people that went to college and were popular in high school, and now I look at what they're doing, and I'm like, ooh.
Which is weird because
Really?
I see those kids, but my friend group is like
Yeah, it's
hyper successful.
For sure.
Hyper successful.
Yeah. And it's like there's definitely like
That I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But looking at who it is, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like they
right. It's definitely like situational, but
like looking at like Saxon. I mean,
yeah, dude, super successful.
super hyper successful. But
But like a lot of
he
the
he comes into a room by himself. He's commanding the room.
yeah,
You know,
dude. But also like, dude's got the most cut fucking abs I've ever seen in my life.
it's you know he was Alpha Elite's athlete of the year.
I remember you told me that on the phone.
Alpha Elite's athlete of the year.
But yeah, but I mean, like he also like, dude, you don't get that body without working for it.
Oh, I mean, I work out with him now 5 days a week. he does maybe a little bit more, but I'm there with him. I'm there. I'm fucking there.
You just watch him work out.
I at least go. That's part of the mission, dude. Is just getting there.
I agree with that though.
I
dude.
look good though.
If you at least
I look good going there.
Yeah,
you know?
if you at least go and
I got
like
a fit on. I'm like
if you just dress right.
the
But
right
no,
girl
dude,
on the treadmill, and I'm like, hey.
I honestly like
Tattoo sleeve,
I
you know?
respect anybody going to the gym like
Yeah.
at all. Just if you go to the gym, that's fine. No matter what weight, size you are, I think as long as you're going and working towards something, that's cool.
Yeah.
But no, like college, like I regret a little bit. Like I don't have the college experience.
You
the
didn't go at all.
parties
That
and-
kinda sucks.
Yeah, I didn't go to college at all. I have no college
And
experience.
like your friends didn't really.
No, none of my friends went to
Well, I'm
college.
saying like
either.
you didn't go visit them at OU, etc.
Right, no. And also none of my friends went to college. None of my friends currently went to college. So none of us have the college experience, like the fucking girls in the dorm room and the
Really?
fucking getting bitches and getting drunk and going to football games. None of
I
us
don't know.
have that shit.
I don't have a single friend that I don't think
Yeah.
didn't go to college.
Right. And I have none of that. And I think that's the only thing that I regret from college. I don't regret the fucking $30,000, $60,000, $100,000 in debt from college, though. Whatever it cost. I don't regret that, though, because
But
now...
but
Now I'm ahead of people.
Yeah.
I have zero fucking debt. Not a fucking dollar in debt.
Yeah, well, that's again. If you go back, my friends, I think they're older.
Yeah,
I don't
all
think
their
a single
debt's
one of
paid
my
off.
they don't have a single debt.
Right. Their debt's paid off because they're successful, but there's a lot of people that go to college that
Well,
just
no, I'm
like...
saying they didn't pay it. They fucking,
they didn't pay it. They were just
fuck
smart
no,
enough to
fuck,
get the
No,
scholarship.
their parents paid it. Fuck that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. But
like
it's
that.
like... But it's just like, I don't know. I have a little bit of... I guess not resentment towards people that went to college, but resentment
You would have loved going like
Yeah.
OU, like Andy went to OU.
Yeah.
It's
I think
another level, dude.
I almost have resentment towards myself for not going, at least for the
What did
experience
you
of
even
parties.
do when
or-
you graduated?
Dude,
I have no idea.
right when I
Like, what was your
graduated-
idea? I have no idea. What was
Dude,
your plan?
I graduated high school
Yeah.
and immediately just went straight into my eating disorder.
Oh.
I swear to God. Like, I graduated, moved to LA 6 months later, went straight into my eating disorder, and just all I did is starve.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you moved to LA way later than 18.
No, I moved out straight like
Oh, I
5
didn't
months
know that.
later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
And-
all right.
And I just started auditioning, booked a few things here
Well,
and
that's all
there,
right.
commercials, did that, and that's like cool and all, but like it's not my like end all be all now, I guess. Like I don't really
Oh, that's fine.
care.
I didn't. I thought you had like years.
Right, but I wasn't
between.
No, but I wasn't going to I wasn't like booking crazy big things. I wasn't trying super hard. I think I was like kind of expecting to get way bigger than I was early on. But all I was doing, bro, was like starving myself, and then I went through like a bunch of different eating
Oh, were
disorders.
you on like you were throwing yourself up?
Dude, all of it.
Why?
I've done all of it. I did anorexia,
Why?
orthorexia. It went
For what?
dude. They
Like
just
you're already not a model. I'll tell you that. So what are you throwing yourself up for? I mean, I'll tell you that straight up, man.
So what happened was, dude, I moved to LA and like all these fucking managers were like, "You have to cut. You gotta cut. You gotta cut down."
I guess you were a little fat.
I was
back
a little
then.
chubby, but like, dude, I went from 190 to 130 within 2 months. Dude, it was bad. I'll flash a picture on a screen of my lowest point here. But Dude, it was fucking... I was scrawny, dude. If you see this picture, you're probably going to watch the whole thing. But it's like, if you see the picture of me skinny... Fuck, I want to pull it up. It's going to take so long to find it, though. But I was like anorexic. 130 from 190 in 2 months. I lost everything. And then I went to orthorexia and bulimia.
Orthorexia? I literally never heard that term.
Orthorexia is the first one I had, which is like obsessing over clean eating. Like no high fructose corn syrup, no chemicals in this, all that stuff. I'm on. Yeah. And then I went to, that's what you're on? That's what you're on right now? But then I went to binge eating disorder, which was the hardest, bro, because I was a fat kid growing up.
Yeah.
And I would eat,
dude. Well, you had a little bit of money that you could buy stuff.
Right. Dude,
just go out.
I would eat Cozumel until I puked.
Well, like that's where you missed out on like college. Like you were just.
Right, yeah. And it's like, but then it went to that point, and I don't know. It just like, it was hard. The first like fucking like 4 years of LA was just dealing with my eating disorder and mental health, and then working on auditions.
Should have been on Coke Talk.
Dude, should have been on Coke Talk. But then I discovered TikTok after that, got a girlfriend, lost my virginity, and since then, my confidence raised. Once I had sex, everything changed.
Really?
I swear to God, once I had my
first love. You think that was the pivot?
I think that was the pivot. Once I had sex for the very first time. I do not recommend, I will say, I do not recommend just going out and fucking a bunch of bitches, though. I think that fucked me up a little bit, I will say. I fucked too many girls, and I think it left me very empty.
I wouldn't say two.
He's a little different.
I wouldn't say two is a lot of bitches, but but all right.
But anyways, yeah, two. Dude, I sometimes I wish it was only
your girlfriend and some big fat bitch. Dude, I wouldn't say.
Dude, honestly, I would trade that for what I have now. Sometimes I do wish I had fucked only 2 bitches. Girls. I won't call them bitches.
I'm getting canceled, man.
How many girls have you had sex with? Okay. Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Well, I left high school with...
Do you have a list on your phone?
Yeah.
You left high school with what? I left with...
And I had a girlfriend the whole time.
Dude. Oh my God. Dude, that's like me now. Not the having a girlfriend and having that number. But, like, that number's like almost mine now. Which is shocking. But if we're talking blowjobs and other things, I'm at penis to vagina. I'm at.
Come on.
We'll blur the numbers and everything, and my mouth if we can. But
that's funny. You can send this to them.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Cool. That's cool.
It's pretty nice. I could just tell them like, "Hey, can you please do this? Like, I don't want to get canceled."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, I mean, I think
that's a lot.
Oh, I mean, like that's honestly, high. I mean, like last girlfriend I told her like 3.
Yeah. Dude, I can't imagine. So I have 2 parts of me. There's parts of me that wants that number.
It's not even fun.
Yeah.
I can tell you
it's not fun. Dude. I know it's not fun for my number even.
It's not fun.
But the thing is like there's something programmed in my brain that's like, I want 1,000 of them. But I think it's just that biological, like, guys could get anyone pregnant. Not to get, like,
I think
Andrew Tate vibe here, you know? But it's like, that's something he says is like, oh, like, guys could get everyone pregnant, but girls can only get pregnant by one guy, you know? It's like, I guess that's true. But it's like,
I mean,
everybody.
I mean, if I could, the last girl, Sydney Smith.
Sydney Smith.
Let me know.
Yeah. Dude, so it would
clip it.
But the thing is you do only want one girl.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're totally cool with only being with one girl for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting because that's something I've struggled with.
That's pretty fucked on your part, but.
Well, the thing is I do want one girl forever for sure, and I do want like babies and kids and all that stuff. But I think there is something biological that's like.
What part? I don't.
Well, just like you see like hot girls out there, in general.
Oh, I don't. That doesn't. I've seen a trillion hot girls I've had, but I've never thought to even.
So you think you just have to get out of your system? You have to be with that many girls to fucking get it out.
Oh my god! No, nothing to do with it. No, I just don't.
So were there cool parties in high school that I missed out on?
Every fucking weekend.
Really?
Yeah, you're a loser.
Was there like
Yes,
the hookups, the
yes,
drugs,
yes.
the drunk, the everything? Like,
Yeah.
really? So
Yeah.
it was like 13 Reasons Why in like all those movies. So I really missed
My mom
out.
will kill. I think my mom would be more mad about this over anything.
She won't care. She's cool now, right?
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, she's always been cool in my opinion.
No, just in high school. Well, she hates Jagger. Hates Jagger. So like, most of the parties were over there. But like, no, I mean, yeah, every weekend it was fucking.
That's crazy. With who? Can you tell me the girls you fucked from high school?
Oh my god.
When you were in high school, can you tell me?
No.
I'll blur it. I'll blur your mouth and I'll blur your.
That hurt.
I'm so
No,
curious.
you're not gonna know them.
Oh, any ones that I know?
You wouldn't know them, I guess.
Well, I know one that you told me earlier. Yeah.
I mean, I can go through a list. I mean,
Do you have a list?
yeah.
Who was the first person you lost your virginity to? Whoa, that's so sweet and cute. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
Why?
Because that's the first girl I've ever known you to be with.
Yeah.
Like, in a relationship with.
Yeah.
That's so adorable. You should have kept it at that. You should have just said no to everybody else and just kept it at that one.
Thanks.
So, like, do you have a craziest sex story from, like, I don't know.
Oh my god, dude.
Military
Why are we
or
going
girls
down
or
this?
recent or...
Why are we going down this rabbit hole?
I don't know. I just feel like we started the rabbit hole already, so why not go down a little bit?
Oh my god.
Would you say you're good at sex? You think you're
No, I'm fucking bad, dude. Fucking bad.
you just do it for your own pleasure, just like
No, I just do it for the list, buddy. I don't give a shit about anything else. That's it. That's it.
dude, I was kind
That's
of
literally
like,
it.
Dude, I was a fuckboy back in the day, and then now
You're a fuckboy. You don't have sex.
hey, I did, but then I just like
You're a
started,
fuckboy just scaring off the chicks.
dude. I just felt very. Hey, I felt very empty one morning. It was after a hookup. I felt very empty, and I was like,
You
I don't.
That hookup? Is that what you're talking about?
It's my friend, my guy friend. But I just woke up and I felt very empty one day. I was just driving back to my apartment in LA, and I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I think I'm done with just like hooking up. I think it's
They
so.
suck.
Yeah, it's
No,
not good,
I've
dude.
this past like 2 weeks been with one girl like multiple times. It sucks.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel good.
No, like I woke up at like 3 a.m. and she was awake. She was hitting a vape at 3 a.m. First of all,
Oh.
a breeze bar, and I go, and she's like, I'm like, leave my house. I'm like, literally leave my house, please. I'm like, I just don't want to be here. I want to go down to my couch. Like, it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I hate it.
The first
I hate the hookup culture. It sucks.
hookup culture is not fun.
It sucks.
Yeah. But also dating sucks too. Just in general. It's just like finding the one is great. But it's like, I don't know. I think hookup sucks a lot. It just doesn't make you feel good at all about yourself, about what you did.
Disappointed her.
Yeah.
I disappointed her.
It just makes you walk to the mirror in the morning, you're like, you're disgusting. And you just walk away. Like, why did you do that? But yeah, so I had that experience like too many times, and I was just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I just want a good girl that I could be monogamous to. And
Well, you have that now.
you have that now?
You do.
Oh yeah, I have that now. But I was thinking for a while, I noticed a big change
In what?
you in general.
Oh.
And I was like,
It's probably what, joining my fraternity?
maybe
That's where I flipped, I think.
I think you flipped. You went from like high school football, basketball, skateboarder, and then you flipped to fraternity. You flipped a lot. You were wearing Sperry's and short shorts and all this, and you also flipped again from frat to military. And I was like, so how? You did go to LV. You went to Vegas, and surprisingly, we never hung out because you were too cool for me. But the military, I think, changed you more than anything, and I was wondering how you changed from the military. Like, how did the military change you? Was there any like big moment that changed you or what?
No, I would say
Also, Andy just walked in.
Andy just walked in. He's fine. It's fine. Andy is fine. No, I'd say basically from Andy can probably even attest to it. From both of us joining fraternities, I think we kind of flipped the type of people we were, right? As far as like,
was it like a confidence level thing or
just like a whole backing and just kind of like more partying and like you get down, you know?
I agree to that.
That's
Wait,
what we're
did you
getting
guys
at.
both go to LV together?
No, he went to OU.
Oh, you. But you guys were both in frats.
Yes.
Oh.
But no, I'm saying like, yeah, I think a big turning point and thing, which was cool, is being in a frat. I think it was cool.
I would have joined a frat, but
You wouldn't have gotten a bid, buddy. You wouldn't have. My fraternity ain't fucking bidding you.
Yeah, I was pretty bad. If we're talking about 2015 when I would join college, I was like, dude, I looked rough.
Yeah, you're fat and weird.
Yeah. No, dude, at the time, maybe he caused my like 4 different eating disorders. Maybe it was probably more your brother.
Yeah, probably.
Probably your older brother, but yeah, no. I did notice the military. I don't know. I think the frat changed you a lot. I think you got more confident and more like bro-y and fratty and stuff.
Yeah, I would say that, but the military definitely went.
Changed a lot.
No,
You
the
created
military
like a
went
huge
fucking.
brotherhood.
Military went fucking crazy.
And there's a lot of stuff in the military that's like, how did it change you? Like, did it make you like stop believing in certain things about life, or did it, like, I don't know, change your beliefs on God or like the world or like women or men or like wars? And because you were deployed twice or 3 times, right?
Yeah,
Or,
no, the military it definitely changed me as far as like, I was a fucking asshole up until I joined the Marine Corps. As far as like,
just dicking around.
dad's money type shit, like, you know what I mean?
Dad's money?
Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really get,
Yeah.
but then I grew up once I was in the Marine Corps on my own type thing.
Like you got a reality check or?
Yeah, I'd say I got reality checked, but carrying the same confidence into it, I was like, fuck this.
What did you think the military was going to be? Did you think it was way different than it was going to be or what?
No, I mean, it sucks.
You like knew what it was going to be.
I mean, there's anyone that like boot camp. I mean, I'm not like not a put like boot camp. It was easy in hindsight, definitely, but like that's a fucking wake up, buddy.
I always thought the
Waking up
military,
at fucking 4 a.m. for no reason
dude, I go to bed at 4 a.m.
to go get fucking roll around fucking whatever bullshit. It's stupid. I mean, it's stupid.
I mean, I have always thought like boot camp sounds incredibly hard, but it was hard in the moment, but looking back, it wasn't.
No, physically not. I mean, I went, I guess, as a in shape normal person. Like we had like people that were obviously out of shape. Like they had bad times.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
had bad times.
I mean, my brother joined the military like 27.
Like those
28
people
or
had a
something.
bad time. So like I was like middle of the pack. I was like, we had some fucking, one of my good friends, Tiersch, he came to my same unit. He was in snipers. Fucking, he was like an Iron Man like athlete. Like he was running like like the one thing you have to do is PFT. You run 3 mile as part of the like fitness test. Dude was running like a 15:20.
That's quick, isn't it?
He's running a 5-minute mile, which is
I was gonna say that's
ridiculous.
fucking like very.
The top score is 18 minutes flat.
Jesus.
So he was, so like we had like kids like that.
Yeah.
But then we also had
like hour mile,
like
hour
fuck
3
off
minute
kids.
mile,
Yeah. So middle of the pack's not bad. Like that's where you want to be because no one knew my name. I got through it. No one knew my name.
Okay.
And then go to my unit. And it's cool. Being at the unit though, that's where you grow up, dude. I remember that was probably one of the top 3 scariest moments of my life.
That's what I was gonna ask. It's like
What's the
scariest?
So after boot camp, I was infantry. Went to ITB Infantry Training Battalion at Camp Geiger in North Carolina.
I think I've heard of it. I think my brother might have told me about
It's
that.
like 40. No, not even 40. Like 30 minutes outside of Lejeune, the big Marine Corps base. And
Jeez, we crushed
is that the
whole
last
thing.
one?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the last one. Do you want it?
no, you're good. You can have it. I'll grab a liquor or something.
Yeah.
And so you leave you do ITB for 2 months. Halfway through ITB, you split to your MOS.
I've heard of the term MOS. I don't know what that
Military Occupation Specialty or whatever.
Okay.
we were all infantry, so everything's 03.
Yeah.
And then they split you up based on your test scores. Like
Yeah.
you do a bunch of tests.
Like workout fitness tests?
No, like mental.
Oh.
And being a math guy from school and everything, I had a high score, so I
didn't know
went,
you were like a smart.
yeah. So I got one of the harder ones. We did 0351, which is an assaultman.
Okay.
Specialize in rockets, and then you build. The biggest part is because it's math. You build explosives to blow open walls, doors, breaching.
Damn.
It's breaching.
Have you built one of those?
I built 1 trillion.
Really? Jesus. Wow.
I've built 1 trillion things out of C4.
That's crazy.
So I went that route, and then from there, that's another then month at the school on top of the original training. You train there and you go, and then after that you get orders and you get like sent to a different unit. So this is the scariest moment, dude. We showed up at 1-2, best unit in the Marine Corps, Pale Horse, shout out.
Shout out to Pale Horse.
So I was in 1-2. The motto is followed with, because every unit on the if the president calls up the Marine Corps, we're the first unit at the top of the roll call. So we're the top. We're the top one.
That's wild.
So then we show up at this unit, dude. We get dropped off by a bus. And it's like, at this point, we're already looking up hazing videos in the Marine Corps, which is, I was hazing people in college for fucking my frat, which is already bad. No. Marine Corps hazing is fucking crazy.
I don't even know
So,
what.
no,
like,
we'll get
hazing,
into it. No, all right. So
okay.
we show up, and I'm at this building. It's a fucking hotel. Our barracks were sick. Walls Creek, as it's called. Sick building. They knew everyone in the building who's already in the Marine Corps. They just got back from Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. They already know that new guys are showing up this day. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. These dudes are shirtless, blacked out drunk, hanging out of the windows, looking at the main entrance. These dudes are flinging Miller Lite bottles at you. And we're I'm carrying I have my 2 sea bags of shit. Everything I own is in 2 bags. And we're walking, just getting screamed at hey, oh dude, it was, and then they go, yeah, you're on. We check in at the front gate, or the front desk guy. And it was me and 3 dudes, super good friends, one of my best friends in the world, and some other random kid.
You're still friends with the Marine?
Yeah, I'll see him next week.
Okay.
We're checking in, and the unit. So within the unit, there's companies: Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and then weapons.
Yeah.
And our specific, we're Charlie. They go. Oh, what's your name? We tell them our names, and they go. The guy literally stops and goes, "Oh, you guys are Charlie weapons." This dude is scared. And this guy's a sergeant in the Marine Corps. He goes, yeah, you guys are Charlie weapons. We're the guy before him, he's oh, you guys are Bravo over here. And he goes, oh yeah, you guys are on the 5th floor, which is top floor. He goes, oh, by the way, I wouldn't take the elevator because they won't allow you to. So we walk up 5 floors, and I walk up. One of my best friends now, he's MARSOC, Special Operations Marine Corps Raider. Mm-hmm. Sick guy. First dude I ever met in the fleet. It's called the fleet. It was outside of school. It's called the fleet. I open the door from the staircase. Chapman is in denim shorts up to here, wearing a cropped wife beater that says "I eat ass," and he's double fisting Bud Light Platinums, and just goes, "Who am I fucking today?" Is the first dude I saw in the fleet. And I'm like, oh no. And then me and got our room together and we just hid out. But you should hear story. Crazy dude. So he's in special, this dude, he's been through the ringer. MARSOC is equivalent to Navy SEAL training bullshit.
Okay.
Which sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
that
sucks.
sounds bad. Dave and Goggins type
So
shit.
yeah. So this dude's a machine, but he was in a frat at Alabama, which is worst case scenario.
My brother
like
was
hazing wise.
in Alabama for boot camp.
Yeah.
He said it was awful.
Like hazing, like he was he was at Bama, big time Southern, big money,
Yeah.
millionaires, like hundreds of millionaires. And then like his sophomore year, his mom called him and was like, "You got to leave the school. We lost everything." His dad was arrested for like embezzlement from the company, and was stealing like tens and hundreds of millions of dollars out of this company. And Chapman had no other. He goes, "I'm just gonna join the Marine Corps." He went from like literally like driving like
Damn.
Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces to college to joining the Marine Corps, and now he loves it. And he's
still in there?
yeah, he's in special operations. He was
Damn.
over in like Chad, Africa.
And you did how many years?
4.
Okay.
Like he was over in like Chad, Africa. He sent me Snapchats like literally like watch me blow this dude up in like Africa. And then
my
like
God.
2 days later, he would be in like a 5-star suite in like Germany. Because I mean, special operations
Yeah,
is special operations. Like
Yeah.
that's what they do. But
Were you in special ops or were
No.
you? No. Okay.
but no, just crazy dude. The first dude I ever met, and I'm like, yeah, that guy's fucked in the head.
That's crazy.
But then I learned his story. I'm like, yeah, that sucks. Like he was, he pinned when I picked up one of my ranks for meritorious. They do. Should we get into hazing in the Marine Corps?
Yeah.
Marine Corps. I got court-martialed. I beat the court-martial. I ended up going to NJP, non-judicial punishment in the Marine Corps. I beat the case, but
What's the case? What does that mean?
well, the hazing charge against me and 2 friends, really good friends. We his last name's so it's not even his name is
The actor?
yeah. And well, then is also not his first name, but both those sounds like first names. You know, I said, oh no, that's not even his name. But so we after our first deployment, we came back and it's called the boot drop. Like the kids that were carrying when I was walking in carrying your big bags.
I think I've heard about a boot drop before.
You know, like I'm carrying my big bag.
Yeah.
And when I was terrified, that's a boot drop. And I was the drunk guy in the stairwell with the fucking I eat ass t-shirt on, you know? I think I was wearing a shirt that said legalized cocaine, but
Is that like your drug of choice?
no, it's actually not. Shrooms
Okay.
are.
Shrooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck, we're gonna go like another hour.
Yeah, probably. So we late at night, probably fucking 11 o'clock at night, we went to one of the booth rooms. We knew there was like 4 of them in the room. So like you haze the new guys because it's like they're new in the Marine Corps. Like
Yeah.
they don't know shit. You know what I mean? We go in the room. I was drunk and I don't think they could form a sentence. Like that's how drunk we were. Like we were fucked. Like fucked. We were probably on like, literally I back in the Marine Corps, I was drinking. We would go to the store and buy 2 30 racks of Busch Light each to start drinking at like 11 a.m.
Jesus.
And then we would stay up till like 4 a.m. playing Warzone. So I would delete probably 45 beers a day. And then I would have 15 left over for the next morning. So then I would buy one
Were
case.
you like getting shakes?
No.
Jesus, dude.
No, we were in shape too.
Dude, I think
Well, all right. So we went into this dude's room.
I've had 8 Happy Dads, and I'm like trashed.
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
fine.
Like nobody could tell I'm trashed right now, but I'm like
fine.
trashed.
No, yeah, I can drink. I drink fucking 30 Millers in a sitting, and I'd be good.
It's nuts.
And so we go in this fucking boots room. There's 4 of them. It just goes to hell. So then the funnier part is then after the fact, one fucking boot, go fuck yourself.
The strawberries?
His name's
Oh.
little fat motherfucker. He told like our commander or whatever that we like hazed him, which is so fucking gay to do. Like that's so lame. You know what I mean? And then they opened this whole investigation, and then the other boots like basically told them what we did. And I remember I walked into the hearing. They're like, because it at that point it goes to a full court case. It's called everyone was court-martialed besides me. Dylan and Whitney were court-martialed, which literally it's a judge, a Marine Corps judge, like a colonel.
Yeah.
And like reads the evidence and then like chooses your punishment, and the punishments are not good.
Yeah.
Like they're not ideal.
No.
They're like, oh, like here's your evidence against the case. I read the literal first line they give you a red folder. First line says, Corporal Dylan stumbled in the room, barely speaking English, smoking a cigarette in the building. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. The second line goes, Corporal Dylan proceeded to have throw every single piece of furniture in my room out the 5th floor window. And then I'm like, oh, I mean, that's just like property damage. You know, that's not bad.
Yeah,
and then the
property
third line goes,
I don't know.
Corporal Dylan was kneeing me in the ribs while I was in a plank with bottle caps on my elbows. Because it like cuts you, you know?
Oh.
It's called bows and toes. It's a common thing.
Never
so
heard of
you
that.
take like a bottle cap from a beer, put it on your elbows, and then with all your force it like cuts you.
Oh, fuck. That sounds
It
awful.
goes, Corporal Dylan's kneeing me in the ribs while I was in a plank on bottle caps while PFC was in a handstand getting punched in the ribs, forcibly having to drink a beer before he could get up. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, dude, we're going to fucking prison. I'm like, we're going to prison.
And that sounds awful. I've never heard of the bottle cap thing.
Oh, yeah. Bows
Ever.
and toes.
That's
yeah.
nuts.
That was common. I mean, I did it. It's common. But
Wait, how is that what part of that is hazing though?
what do you mean?
Like,
we're
what-
making them do it because they're juniors to us.
Oh, so you're like,
outrank
you're
them.
like,
We outrank them.
Okay, I understand.
Outrank them plus out medal out. Fucking.
That's like fucked up.
Oh,
What-
no.
what was
I
worse,
read it
though?
and I was like.
What was worse? Like, what was worse, the military hazing or frat?
Military.
Military was way
Crazy,
worse.
dude.
Okay.
Military's
Wait, what was
crazy.
your military hazing then versus what you did?
Pretty much the same thing. It was a lot of drinking. It was a lot of. I think the worst one, the one that I almost bitched out on, dude, getting promoted. I got meritorious over like all of my boys, like all the other boots. And then they do, it's called pinning. So like, you know, Marine Corps, like, or military uniform.
The pins and stuff.
You have, you know, you have a collar like this. On the collar is your rank, and it's stabbed in with like backings.
Yeah.
And so when you get promoted, they punch them into your like I have scars right here. They just you have no shirt, and they just tank the ranking and just punch it into you until the rank is just stuck into your skin.
I need to ask my brother about this shit. See if he did any of that.
I bled through. I had like 4 shirts in a row that were just like the next day after that, just covered in blood, just still pouring blood.
What's like the most brutal or scariest moment from the military? Do you have any moment that really fucked you up the military that you're like, I'm changed forever, or like I'm fucked up because of it, or like I don't know. You don't have to go too far, but I'm saying like, is there any moment that like really that you could say online that like, is there any point that, what was the scariest moment? I guess I would say scariest for you.
I wouldn't say scariest. I mean, we had
Like, what were you like shaking in your boots about or something?
nothing. No, it was literally just the hazing aspect, dude. It sucked. Dude.
Really?
Well, it was 9 months of that. Literally 9 months of what would be like the bows and toes.
Just
9 months of that. 9 months. Every day, someone would come to your door and make you do that.
Really?
Every day for 9 months.
That's
We just
nice.
never told on anyone.
Was getting deployed scary though? Like I see, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm scared to be in a war.
No,
You were like,
I had so
fine?
much fun.
Okay, because I remember seeing
At that point, we were also
Used to it,
just
or-
no, not used to it. No, I'm saying like bros. Like
Okay.
at that point, it was
like a brother.
I'm with the boys.
So like you became
I felt
super close.
I
to
felt
these
safe.
guys.
I was with the boys.
Okay.
Whatever happened, I'm with the boys. you
I
know?
just like, dude. I just get like I watch like I don't know how realistic it is, but like watching Saving Private Ryan, all those fucking movies and shit. I know it's completely different than like
yeah.
certain things, but it's like those guys lost their boys in war.
And that's crazy. I mean, World War II is crazy.
Yeah, and that's fucking super sad and crazy to see. But it's like that's what I'd be afraid of with the military. But like, do you think people should be afraid to go to the military?
I think it's the best decision I've ever made in my life.
Really, I think it has molded you a lot.
No, I'm saying no. I don't looking. I joined. I heard about all the benefits, school, disability, bullshit. I never thought that they would pan. Like knowing the government, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It just doesn't pan out. You know, it's like a process. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
The day I got out, they said, "Here's your money for school." Like I immediately enrolled at another school, and then disability immediately. I still get paid. I get paid fucking
That's sick.
from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like looking back now,
And also
anyone that's 18 and like from an underperforming family, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know why. Not saying the Marine Corps. I don't know why they don't join the military.
Wow.
That's
a
the
pretty
benefits
like
are
strong.
crazy.
I
no,
would
it's
never think that. In my life.
dude, it's crazy. The benefits are the VA loan, like to buy a house, crazy, for no reason. Literally no. Like,
so like no
nothing,
regrets.
No. But I also joined knowing I was only going to go in for 4 years. I had zero plan to do a career.
You wouldn't go any longer than 4.
No, fuck no.
Okay. Damn. That's wild.
No, like
I would
no,
never think about going into the military.
Hate the circus, or what is it? Hate the circus, love the
Game.
clowns or whatever. Like,
okay, yeah. That
you
makes
like
sense.
that saying, like,
Yeah.
the circus overall, like the Marine Corps sucks, but I miss all my boys. You know what I mean? Like
it
that
seems
kind
like
of thing.
you form a really tight bond with these guys.
Yeah. No, I'm going
And,
down there in January
And you had
for
a bunch
another
of
promotion.
cool fucking experiences from the military. You went to Japan. I saw you eating like not rotisserie, fucking conveyor
Yeah, I
belt
lived
sushi.
in.
I've never
I lived in
had it,
Japan.
dude.
I lived in Japan for a year.
Right. And you love sushi, and I wish I could bring sushi to the podcast, which we'll probably. I'm here for a few more days in Ohio. We'll probably get sushi sometime. But I have one more gift before we end the podcast. It's to remind you of your military days. I don't have sushi, but I don't think we have time to eat this on the podcast. Maybe we can eat
my
something,
God.
but
Are you? Oh, this is a really good one.
we got his 2 favorite MREs.
How do you know these are my 2 favorite?
Dude, I looked at my old
You
Instagram.
looked?
I looked at my old Instagram comments and I saw you and my brother were talking about
Chili and Mexican. Mexican child's too.
yeah, Mexican stew and chili
I'm
and
telling
beans.
you, no, you did. And this one has cornbread, dude.
I
Cornbread
tried-
in this.
I tried the Mexican stew.
You
I didn't
mix
try the chili
cornbread
beans.
into the chili. This is funny.
Yeah.
It's funny that you even, because at first I was like, I saw it and I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna have something bad.
Some bad ones, yeah.
No,
Like,
these are-
What's the bad one? My brother told me a bad one.
Oh, that's another part of hazing.
You eat the bad MRAs?
No, we would go out to the field or whatever for training, and
The meatball one.
meatball's good.
Meatball's okay.
No,
Where's one worse?
spinach
Yeah, the chicken Alfredo one's
no,
not great.
spinach Alfredo.
Something
No,
like that.
spinach fettuccine.
Yeah, the fettuccine's gross.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
that
So
one's
no, we had
gross.
this one boot that we hated, and we went on a 8-day training op. So that's 24 meals.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go, like you break these out, like you open all the boxes and stuff, and everyone like packs them away.
Yeah.
We moved all of them. We gave the one boot we hated. We gave him 24 spinach fettuccines. Yeah, it's not fettuccine. What is the word?
It's fettuccine Alfredo or something like that.
I think spinach
Something like
Alfredo.
that. I tried
It's
them.
definitely spinach.
My brother-
it sucks.
Yeah, my brother
and
sent
then
me
to
3
make
of
it
them.
worse, because like if you heat it up, it's aight.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
it's okay.
eat it.
Yeah.
We took so like in the MRE. I don't. You've never seen.
I just put
like,
them in the microwave.
No, they have like the heater.
I've tried the.
They have the heater.
Yeah. Gross.
we took the
didn't do
heater out of all of his, so he had to eat cold spinach Alfredo for fucking 8 days,
I
3
microwaved
meals a day, and then like the
3 meal. Oh,
I think the side, so it comes with like it's the main meal, and then it comes with like sides and stuff. I think the sides is like pretzels, and then just like and like plain bread, and then spinach.
Dude. The fettuccine, I didn't even go to the military, but I remember my brother sent me fettuccine Alfredo, meatball, and the Mexican chili. I mean, the Mexican stew, and the Mexican stew is the best
chili's
meatball than.
I'm telling you,
I've never had it, but you said the chili and beans was your favorite in one of my comments.
this is my absolute favorite MRE.
And I remember you saying that was the best. That's why I got it. And I didn't.
Where'd you get them? You got them
I
on
just eBay or something. But
Really?
I heated them up.
Oh, you gotta use the heater.
I just used the microwave. I didn't do the heater because I didn't know how to work it.
You pour a little bit of water, they warm up, but then, or you can super boost it. If you hold it closed, it builds up gas, and then you take a lighter, put the lighter at the opening, and it blows
lights.
up,
Oh, okay.
and then it like super ignites it, is what we would do.
This was just like, I tried
This
it.
is sick. No, that's hilarious. That
Yeah.
you, especially these two.
Yeah, I knew you would like those two because I think those were your two favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the next one was probably the worst one. Everyone probably also would say it's bad. Beef jalapeno patty.
Ew.
It's a patty like this.
Ew.
And it comes with a tortilla, and you just put it in the tortilla. It's so gas.
That
It's so
sounds
gas,
gross
dude.
as fuck.
It's so gas.
That sounds absolutely heinous. But is there anything else you want to say before we end the podcast?
Sydney Smith. Follow me. Davies CIO on Instagram. And I love you.
Shout out to Nelk.
Shout out Nelk. Full send, boys.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you for watching Lunchbox. I will see you guys in the next one. Follow on all platforms. Liam's Lunchbox, the Lunchbox, and then be something. What is it?
Something. Davies CIO.
We'll put it on the screen. All right. Peace. Thanks for watching.
Dude, these are sick. I can't lie.